Yeoman Stadium on the campus of Tulane University, we are here for the third annual HBCU Legacy Bowl. The energy is high, not a cloud in the sky, and some of the best players in black college football get one more opportunity to showcase themselves to see if they can make it to the next level. Good afternoon on this perfect day in New Orleans. I'm Steve White, joined by Bucky Brooks and Charles Davis. The fourth member of our team, Sherry Burris, is going to join us from the field in just a moment. And guys, this is the third year of this event, and we spent the whole week here watching just a smooth functioning operation, but the upgrade in talent and the overall depth of the talent, Charles, is greater than we've seen since we've had this event.
It allows these young men to dream too, right?
Yeah.
And you know, here in HBCU football, we revere history. But these youngsters, they revere recent history. Recent history here, Emmanuel Wilson, Fort Valley State running back, played in this game last year, played in the playoffs for Green Bay this year. And from black college football, how about Joshua Williams with the Kansas City Chiefs? From Fayetteville State, he's now a two-time Super Bowl champion. All these youngsters playing today, they have dreams of following them to the NFL.
You talk about dreams of following guys. There were over 20 HBCU alums on NFL rosters last year, and it should grow next season because of this week. We talk about the HBCU Combine, the Legacy Bowl. It is giving these players an opportunity to work in front of NFL scouts, but it's one thing to work out. It's another
What's
thing
going on,
to do
everybody?
in
What's
practice.
happening?
But can you do it in the game? We want to see who can show up.
Thank y'all for
We're
joining
about
me.
to find out. You guys talked about the recent
this
history, you know, the
beautiful
great
evening, or this
history,
beautiful afternoon.
but today, who are some key players who we need to be looking for? Because this is the first time in this game we've had some headlining quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's all about quarterbacks, and I'm going to go to the two-time MEAC Offensive Player of the Year, Davius Richard. He is everything that you want in a quarterback because, in one word, he's electric. Dual threat playmaker, outstanding arm talent, outstanding athlete. He can do it as a runner and also as a thrower. 117 total touchdowns during his time at NC Central. I look for him to put on a big-time performance today.
Well, you said it's all about the quarterback, so I hear one quarterback, the two-time MEAC Player of the Year. He's also the co-National Black College Football Player of the Year with this man, Jeremy Musa from FAMU. A circuitous route. Went to University of Hawaii, went to Vanderbilt. Now at FAMU, he's not going to dazzle you running the football. That's not his game. He throws it. Nearly 20% of his completions for 20 or more yards downfield. He loves to play the long ball. So let's see if he gets that going early in this one. He has a chance to steal the show.
There'd be nothing more than some great explosive plays watching his quarterbacks and some other players.
Little bro, what's going on, man?
Sherry Burris
Pastor Vic, what's going on?
Steve, there is
Shout
so
out to
much
y'all.
pride for these players to showcase
on
their
the chat.
skills here today like we have seen all week. And that goes for the coaches here today, too. There's a unique twist in this game that there are two head coaches per team in charge of Team Gaither. It is Alvin Parker and is also Coach Larry Scott. Then on the other side of the ball, it is Chennis Berry and Bubba McDowell for Team Robinson. And it was just moments ago, we were inside the locker room for Team Robinson. Here's what Coach Berry had to say to pump his guys up pregame.
Guys, it's go time now. It's go time now. We've been waiting on this moment, guys. We've been waiting on this day. It's live now. Ain't nobody gonna hold you back now. Ain't nobody gonna say, hey man, hold up. It ain't live. It's live today. So get your mindset ready to go. All right? Get your mind. You're supposed to be here, man. You're supposed to be here. Yeah. All right, so let's take advantage of the opportunity. I said it day one, guys. The opportunity of a lifetime only lasts a lifetime of the opportunity. Well, guess what? The opportunity is right now.
Reggie, what's going on, man? I appreciate that.
As we heard,
What's going on,
Chennis
Reggie?
Berry,
I
the head
appreciate
coach of
that.
South Carolina State University, after coming from
Anything
Benedict
for the
College,
coaches.
getting
Anything for the
Team
coaches.
Robinson fired up, and we're seeing Team Robinson in the green uniforms. We'll be kicking off to Team Gaither. The Team Gaither is made up of players mainly from the MEAC and CIAA. Team Robinson, mainly players from the SWAC and the SIAC, and the kickoff is off. It is caught right around the 5-yard line. A big return and a big hit. On the return, we had number 18, Taman Cook, who was a big-time, a first-team All-AAC kick returner from North Carolina A&T. And on the tackle, we had number 5, Josh Hayward, a DB out of Benedict College. And Bucky, we're getting our first look of Davius Richard, the two-time MEAC Player of the Year, as Charles said, the Coach Deacon Jones Offensive Player of the Year quarterback from North Carolina Central.
Yeah, fantastic playmaker. You can see him make plays, not only with his arm, but with his legs. He can do it in a variety of ways.
I really hope today that they actually limit his legs and he does way more with his arm. That's what everybody wants to see him do on tape. We know he can move it running the football. Let's see him throw it downfield.
All right, we got a flag.
Ball start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Art Brown letting us know we're starting the game off with the flag. Guys, not surprising in an all-star game to have some early game jitters.
Yeah, that's Tyreek Stewart, the big offensive tackle from North Carolina A&T. Keep an eye on him today. Wears number 71 in white. If you're going to have a guy who moves people off the line of scrimmage, it's going to be Tyreek Stewart. Plays with a lot of nasty to his game.
We're seeing running back Ian Wheeler out of Howard University, offset to the left of Richard. Richard lined up in the shotgun, as he did for most of his career at North Carolina Central, and another flag.
So guess what? We're right back to where we started after the kickoff.
Yeah, they got to clean this up, though.
A little nerves, got the nerves going. Everyone's a little excited, trying to make a play.
Defense, number 13, with contact. 5-yard penalty, first down.
All right, Lou Dennis called for that. And Team Gaither, Bucky, who are you looking for offensively with the ball on Team Gaither?
So when we talk about Team Gaither, I am sitting here looking at not R.J. Mobley. R.J. Mobley would be the guy that I'm looking for. Big-time playmaker, wide receiver out of Winston-Salem State. Had a fantastic week of practice. We'll see if he can continue to put it together.
Yeah, he'll be wearing number 4 in the white jersey. Wheeler with the handoff behind 2 pulling linemen. He's got some running room. A big-time run, almost gets the first down, but look at some of the great lead blocking he had on that run, Charles.
Yeah, he certainly did, able to take full advantage of it and get upfield. Wheeler, known to be a guy who can catch it out of the backfield, shows that he can run it too when handed the football from the quarterback. But when we're looking on the defensive side, so if you're taking a look at R.J. Mobley, wide receiver, I want to know if Isaiah Major is going to make some plays, and he just made one. Number 7, the linebacker from FAMU. Put him in space, run, chase, hit linebacker. He just made a tackle in the open field. Expect to see a lot of that today.
A big time player.
The SWAC Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay, another flag as we're having some issues with the exchange. First 3 out of 4 plays.
Come on, Chris, let's go.
We also have guys jumping like mad right at the line of scrimmage. Was he pulled off or did he just jump?
Offside, defense, number 44, neutral zone infraction. That 5-yard penalty results in the first down.
Andrew Ogletree out of Alabama State. Bucky, you've done a lot of Senior Bowls. Little sloppy play at the beginning is not really that big of a surprise.
It's not that big of a surprise because everyone's excited. Like, we got into game day, now they really want to show off. They want to put their best foot forward in terms of these, what they can do in front of these NFL scouts.
All right, Richard, now with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Again, lining up in shotgun. Takes a step. Oh, he's looking at your guy, Bucky, R.J. Mobley. On the reception, on the right sideline, but what a beautiful ball.
Great ball, great throw by Richard. But this is what we're seeing all week from Mobley. Here he's able to get down the field, makes a nice, easy over-the-shoulder catch. And some of the plays that he continued to make when he was with the Winston-Salem State Rams, you got to love it. Big-time play early.
And, Bucky, they can only play cover 1, cover 3. You only have 1 safety in the middle of the field. So if you can get past the corner and have a quarterback like Richard put it out there, you've got a chance to make plays in the outer portion of the field, don't you?
Absolutely.
All right, we got 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line of Team Robinson. Team Gaither has it going when the flags aren't flying. Hand off to Wheeler, RPO action, a big-time run as he runs over Colton Adams, the stud linebacker from Alabama State. Ian Wheeler showing some power.
Well, what you like about this is you already can see the impact that Richard has on the game. Because he can run it, the defensive end has to respect it, created a bigger lane for Wheeler to get through.
All right, 2nd and 5, 5 yards on the carry. Wheeler is someone who's also projected as a big-time returner if he makes it to the next level.
He plays really well on special teams, whether he's returning it or covering. It gives him a chance to make a roster.
Got a dummy call for the first time. Richard takes a snap. He drops back from the gun. Wide open in the middle of the field. On the catch right there. It looks like number 18, Taman Cook. Out of North Carolina A&T, out of the slot, Charles.
Couple of verticals on the route. They send them both upfield, and he finds that dead spot And Richard reads it well because he looked outside first, Bucky, then came back. He looked outside to his number 1 receiver, came back inside to his number 2, and put it on him and gave him a chance to make the catch and get down before the big hit occurred.
What I like about Richard right now is like he's managing and commanding the offense. We saw him check and do a dummy check and get him in there. Some of the things he did at NC Central.
All right, first and goal from the 4-yard line. Wheeler offset to the left. Got the RPO action. Richard on the keeper. He is smothered, but look at the strength as he gets into the end zone.
We score 117 total touchdowns. We do a bunch of them on the ground. It's the threat that he is as they do it through it down at the goal line.
Oh, no, this is not what anybody wants to see. Davius Richard is down in the end zone. Oh, no. So we're seeing the medical attention rushing out onto the field.
It's always the biggest fear when you play an all-star game, and an even bigger fear when you have a quarterback who's a runner as well.
That's not good at all.
So we just hope that he's going to turn out to be okay. He did everything on his first drive, showed all the skills that we were looking to see. He put all on display in the first drive of the game.
Guys, this is a player that we are expecting to see
talking
in
about
somebody's
a guy who
NFL camp. He is highly decorated. He has all the physical specs. He had an outstanding week.
In NFL.
And this is the last thing that we want to see in this situation.
That ain't what.
So watching a
that ain't
replay
what's
out of
supposed to
this,
happen.
what are you guys seeing here?
So he gets to the corner.
You see the nice little block right there, Bucky, on the outside.
I hope he ain't breaking
and then as he
anything.
goes in, he gets twisted up.
I hope he just sprung something. I hope.
I see players down on an A. Davius Richard again, the 2-time MBAC Player of the Year from North Carolina Central. Bucket, we saw him over the past 2 years again with the runs and with the passes. We're going to talk more about this, and we're going to hope that Richard is okay when we come back from the break. Team Gaither scoring on its opening drive.
Walk off. All right, watching this. But check this out, though. Like, listen. For y'all that's just tuning in, man, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I really, really do. I want to let you know. So y'all let me know who y'all think the star player is going to be now that David Richards is out, man. I really don't like that happened. I really don't. I don't like that. But listen, so during the commercials, I'm going to have it on silent so that, I won't get copyrighted or whatever with the sound or whatever. But listen, hold on. Let me see. Farrah Trey Gammon, appreciate y'all. Appreciate you for stopping by. Pastor Vic, appreciate you, man. Let me see. D1 Darius, my bro, what's up, baby? Aaron Sanders, what's up, man? Did you watch that dude had... Listen, I hope it's just an ankle injury. I hope, he's able to just walk it off or whatever. Hope to see what happens, man. But listen, hold on. Let me put my, hold on. Just in case, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. One moment. Hold on, we back.
And after its opening drive, Team Gaither quarterback Davius Richard, one of the stars of the game, is injured. They have called for the medical cart to come get him. Sherry Burris is on the field. Sherry, what can you tell us?
Steve, I can tell you the medical staff is moving very swiftly. Right now, I can tell you I'm seeing they're putting an air cast on that right leg, and your heart just goes out to this young man. Richard was on the ground holding the hands of the trainers. You can see he was in visible pain, but it's also great seeing some of his teammates come over and comfort him. If there's any other updates, Steve, I'll bring you the latest.
All right, thank you so much, Sherry. Guys, this is the last thing that we wanted to see. I mean, this was somebody who, again, projected to play at the next level, at least get into a camp, one of the stars of the game. And on the opening drive, Charles, on an RPO touchdown run, it looks like he's going to be lost, not just for today, but for quite some time.
Yeah, it wasn't an RPO. It was a called run. I mean, that's the thing that is the tough part, because we spent all week watching this young man. We've seen him on tape running the football. What I was wanting to see from him more than anything was just what we saw on the first drive. His ability to stand in the pocket, read coverages, throw the football downfield, which he did with great proficiency on that first drive, Bucky. He gave us everything. Now, the one thing I have to keep in mind is football.
Yeah.
Accidents happen, injuries happen, and here we are. Hope this young man will be okay sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely. It's unfortunate that he is injured in an All-Star game like this where he was showcasing his skills. And in that one drive, he showcased the things that we wanted to see. We wanted to see a quarterback that could command the offense, a quarterback that could do what we call some cerebral
And
things.
the sad part about it is that he looked good.
Down to the end zone. You knew his athleticism was tempting, and so he ran it in.
He looked
Hopefully,
good throwing the ball. Like, he completed
as
all
we're
his
making it out
passes.
to be.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
a lot of times
man,
they put an air cast
I
on
hate
someone's
it.
leg. They're trying to stabilize it. We don't know if it's a fracture of any sort, but we see this medical staff still attending to Davius Richard, one of the best players in this game. And one thing in watching it all week, guys, you also saw how players gravitated towards him, not just because he was the quarterback, but because he was the leader. We are seeing away from the ball members of Team Gaither in the white, the team for Davius Richard, coming together on the sideline, and you can see the emotion of some of the players here. Guys are feeling this. Again, this is a very, very tough break on the opening drive after Davius Richard came out and showed us why he's one of the best players in black college football. He is now being tended to by medical trainers and doctors, and they have called out a medical card.
Yeah,
Sherry
listen,
Burris
that
just
green
told us
law
from the
injury,
sideline,
I think
they have put an air
it
support
really
cast
changed the game,
on
bro.
his leg.
It
We're going to
definitely
have more on
changed
this
that
when we
Super
come
Bowl.
back on the break
definitely did.
here at the HBCU Legacy Bowl.
It definitely did, man. But damn, man. To Darius, though, out of all guys, man, to Davius, man, that's who that hurt. But listen, hold up. That's my cash out right there. Listen, just in case. Listen, now I normally don't promote my Cash App at all. I don't ask for anything at all. But if only if you want to. You know what I'm saying? You want to donate $1, 50 cents, $5, $10, however much you want to donate, man. That's my cash out right there. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate y'all for stopping by. I definitely do. Man. Dang, I hate that for him, man. I really do hate that for him. But like I said, the video is gonna go on mute during the commercial. Just to let y'all know that. It's gonna go on mute on every commercial. But listen, guys that I know that we're gonna be looking for is Ladarius Owens, Javion Howard from Alcorn State. Listen, you still got some guys, in this Legacy Bowl that could change their lives if they perform well during this game.
The campus of Tulane University for the 3rd annual All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. And what we're watching right now are coaches and medical trainers and doctors tending to North Carolina Central quarterback. He's the quarterback for Team Gaither. You see the score 6-0. He injured his leg on a touchdown run on the opening drive. Sherry Burris on the sideline told us they put an air cast on the leg. We see him getting ready to be put on the cart. This game has been delayed for several minutes right now while they tend to the two-time MEAC Player of the Year from North Carolina Central University. He's a native of Belglade, Florida. This was an all-star showcase for him. A lot of NFL scouts had their eye on him. You're looking at Richard on the cart, several of his teammates coming to talk to him as he's being on the gurney now, kind of walked into the locker room, and not as I guess they're trying to get him on the cart. You see the air support cast on that right leg, kind of starting on the knee, going below the ankle. Bucky, just seeing something like this. Again, Davius Richard is somebody we have heard about for years, and the disappointment he must be going through, not only with the pain and the injury, but knowing
You don't see it on
that
his
if this
face,
is significant, this is
you
something
know
that can keep
he's
him out of the
like
camp.
Well, no, I mean, I think what you're trying to do is you're trying to
don't see it
minimize
on
it
his
right
face
now.
right
I
now
think
'cause he's just
we've
a
all
good sport,
played
but
the game, and he
I'm
kind of
telling you
understands
now,
some of
but
the
this
things
is
that
so
can
disappointing,
potentially
but-
happen when you play. And
Oh,
what you hope
man,
is
I
that
hate it for him.
it's not as bad as it appears. It's something that he can bounce back from. You hope that all the work that he's done throughout his time at NC Central still provides him with the opportunity to play the game at the next level, because it's no different than someone who has a season-ending injury during their final season. You look at the tape, you evaluate the player for what he is, you try and get the medical results, and then you go from there. So all is not lost because he suffered an injury. We just hope that it's not a catastrophic injury for the young man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well stated, Bucky. All three of us played. We all understand you can do everything possible to keep things as protected, safe, all that. But when the whistle blows and people play, sometimes things happen like this.
And we're waiting
just hate to see it for Davius Richard.
Yep, and guys, we're waiting for the official word, but they are not taking him back toward a locker room. We can only assume they're probably taking him to a medical transport vehicle to get him to the hospital. So let's line up for the extra point, as we're seeing right here. Our kicker, Jonathan Cardoza-Chicas, for Team Gaither.
All right, back in action. Back.
Actually, I think that's Adrian Oliva.
Oh, you're right. This is Agent Oliva, number 89.
Yeah, Cardoza-Chicas will be holding for him.
Thanks for that, Charles. As the PAT is good for Team Gaither as they take the 7-0 lead after the break. And now for more of the latest on Davius Richard. Again, let's head down to the field to our Sherry Burris.
Well, Steve, it was a very positive sign seeing Richard just wave to the crowd as he was taken out on the cart. I can confirm to you he is being taken to the University Medical Center. Teammates from both sides came over, patted him on the shoulder. Both quarterbacks coming over also. Listening to his teammates, they were saying rallying around Richard. We need to do plays, make those plays for him the rest of the game, Steve.
Hey, Sherry?
Yes.
Everything you've seen down there, I think we also observed not just his teammates coming over, but did we see Jeremy Musa, the quarterback for Team Robinson, also come over to check on his counterpart?
Yes, Charles, he did. He saw him walking all the way across the field. Made sure I saw him get really close, maybe say something in Richard's ear, give him a pat on the shoulder. You know, he's feeling for his quarterback brethren out there.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Great information as Jeremy Musa take Team Robinson on its first play. There is no kickoff after the opening kickoff here. We'll have kickoffs at the beginning of each half. Musa with the handoff.
Question? Well, go ahead, Steve.
Real quick, he just gave it to Ladarius Owens here. But what can you guys tell us about Jeremy Musa?
Well, this is a young man that, when we talk about Davius Richard, we're talking about dual threat, right, Bucky?
Yep.
Arm, legs, running plays, whole deal. Jeremy Musa, the second part of the dual threat isn't really there. He can move a little bit in the pocket, but he wants to go back in rhythm on his backdrop, hit his back foot, and hit his target, and he really likes to throw the ball downfield. See it right there, what we just saw on that throw right there?
Yes.
That's what you've seen out of him, yes, Bucky?
Yeah, quick rhythm thrower. Does a great job getting the ball out of his hands. And when you watched him in practice, man, when he is on, the ball doesn't hit the ground. And I'm hoping that this is what we see more of today. Catch, rock, throw, ball out of his hand, right on target.
Let me ask you both a quick question, Steve, before you get back to the play-by-play. As all three of us who have played the college game understand with injuries, how do you get yourself back into it?
It's not
This
easy.
is where the coaches have to come into play. This is where the players themselves have to come into play. There's a lot of football left. You hate what happened to Davius Richard, but you have to go out and play your best now.
And there's Musa handing it out to Ladarius Owens, who takes it, bounces it outside. The running back from Texas Southern, who was first team All-SWAC, had a fantastic season last year, 1,370 yards. He's your impact player right there, Charles.
Yeah, he certainly is, because this is a guy, he may be 5'8", 185, but you know what he's averaging after contact? Almost 3.5 yards. All right, so his contact balance is excellent. He runs inside better than you might suspect. Obviously can get to the perimeter, turn it upfield, and be a guy who can hit the long home run. They timed his speed at 4.56, but game speed, he's faster than that.
Right, and Bucky, after this play, we're going to come back to your defensive players. Musa with a new set of downs. Has a play fake, plenty of time. Almost almost a near interception. Is that Jordan Tolles out of Morgan State?
It is. Almost came in and just took that one, running stride for stride. Jeremy Musa didn't like what he saw first, Bucky, and tried to come off of his first target, go to a second. That's a long throw across the field.
Yeah, long throw, and he'll learn that you can't make that kind of throw in the National Football League. But what a great play by Tolles, being right in the hip pocket, tried to step in front, couldn't quite bring it in, but a great play from the Morgan State standout.
Yeah, LSU transfer, came to Morgan State, provides big thump with his pads, and what the scouts want to see is more of that coverage ability. He put some nice tape out there for himself.
All right, Musa, second down, takes the snap. It's a soft snap, gets it out of the ball, incomplete, falls a little bit short as it is intended for Corinthians Edmonds, wide receiver out of Fort Valley State. So now it's 3rd and long. What do we want to see out of Musa, Bucky?
Well, we want to see him bounce back. That was a poor throw that he just had. He short-hopped it to an open receiver. Now he has to bounce back. Part of this game is seeing how guys respond. How do you respond to a little adversity? We had some earlier with the quarterback getting hurt. And, Richard, how do these guys respond? And more importantly, how does Jeremy Musa respond to a bad throw?
Okay, so Musa comes out 3rd and 10. Ladarius Owens offset to his left. 2 receivers out wide right. Musa takes the shotgun snap. Again, he's got time to throw. Gets it out. The ball is incomplete. The ball is high. Looks like the ball was intended for number 22. That play.
Number 2.
He just sells it on this one. This is one just has to stay in there, keep that front shoulder down, and deliver it on time. Those last 2 throws, I know he wishes that he had back. Those should have been easy completions.
One was low. The next one comes back, throws it high to Ladarius Owens out of the backfield. He may have a little bit of nerves going as well. Let's see if he can settle in and get himself balanced and accurate as this game goes on.
All right, back on the punt return is Kashane Hinckley out of Bowie State. Takes it to 15, cuts it left, nowhere to go. Looks like that was Colton Adams there for the tackle.
It was. The guy they call Bubba had 124 tackles last year. Played did a really nice job covering on special teams.
All right, Team Gaither still leading 7-0 as they take their 2nd possession here at the Allstate HBCU Legacy Bowl.
You are watching the 2024 Allstate HBCU Legacy Bowl. Allstate, you're in good hands.
All right, so now that Richards is out, who's supposed to be playing quarterback behind him? I know you got the quarterback from West Virginia State. You got the quarterback from Howard. Williams. Who else? I don't remember who all supposed to be playing quarterback after that. Is there a quarterback from Hampton? From Hampton at all? I'm not sure. But we currently have 81 in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Like I said before, for those that y'all that just coming in, I mute the video during every commercial. To let you know why it's so quiet, I mute the chat on every commercial. My incoming videos for next week, man. I have my top 10 players entering the NFL draft from in terms of HBCU related. I have my top 10 list. I also have my Delaware State recruiting class review out. I'll also have my Norfolk State review in terms of their recruiting class. I'll also have the rest of North Carolina Central, the rest of Morgan State, I believe. Just the rest of the MEAC period. I'm doing a whole MEAC recruiting video next week, for real. Oh, we back.
Gilman Stadium on the campus of Tulane University with Team Gaither up 7-0 over Team Robinson at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. And our Sherry Burris is joined by a special guest on the sideline.
We'll see if I have Broncos safety Justin Simmons here with me as the band really gets going here. We were talking about just how cool you feel like this Legacy Bowl is. What are your impressions so far?
Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. The atmosphere, the environment. I mean, I know these are first-time jerseys. The jerseys look amazing. The kids look so excited to come out here. It's just really awesome by Allstate and all of the HBCU alum to really invest into the community like this. Is such a cool environment. And
you were the co-honorary captain, with the coin flip, but you actually, even though going to Boston College, have a tie to HBCUs.
Yeah, so my grandma on my dad's side, Joyce Hobson Simmons, she's a Florida A&M Rattler alum, and had it not been an offer last minute from Boston College, I myself would have been a Rattler. She keeps letting me know, so I was this close to being a FAMU Rattler, and so I definitely have I feel like an alum. I have some ties there, I feel like.
Maybe an honorary captain to let you be an honorary Rattler also. Got to ask you a football question, though. The season for the Broncos didn't end the way you guys wanted to. You yourself in your last year of your contract with them. As you look ahead to this next season, what are you most excited about, most optimistic about?
Yeah, there's been so many good things, even though it all hasn't been positive in the win column in my 8 seasons with Denver. But I've always said, man, I want to be a part of the team that kind of fixes what's been missing. And so I really feel like next year with Sean and what he's been doing and the culture he's been establishing, as well as all the guys we're bringing back and the schemes that we're bringing back, I really think this can be something special for us to be able to accomplish. And I'm really looking forward to just getting back to winning football. I think Denver deserves that.
Can't wait. Also, Justin, thank you so much for the time and being here with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Steve?
All right, thanks so much, Sherry. Great interview with Justin Simmons, one of the real good guys in the NFL. As we're seeing Quentin Williams out of Howard University, guys, now in at quarterback for Davius Richard. Quentin Williams is a 2-time second-team All-MEAC quarterback, and we know he was behind the first-teamer Davius Richard, who was carted off the field after scoring a touchdown on the opening drive. And we're at 2nd and 10 after he threw the ball away when none of his receivers were wide open.
Remember, Quentin Williams took his team to the Celebration Bowl this year.
Oh, you think I'm forgetting that?
And they played against FAMU and Jeremy Moose's team.
Okay, I'll forget about that part, but everything else is good.
Heck of a game. That's a nice throw right there. What do you think about that one, Bucky?
No,
he curls that one in.
So we talked about the quarterbacks and we talked about the headliners, but Williams had an impressive week this week. When you watched him throw in practice, ball was on time, is on target, very similar to the throw right here. Sees the lane, puts it in the window, puts it right on the face mask for the receiver. Nice catchable ball.
And how about him understanding who he was throwing to? That was Latrell Collier, his running back out of the backfield, understanding the height, understanding the wingspan, and as you mentioned, where the ball needs to go for him to catch it.
All right, Williams on 3rd and short. He hands the ball off to Collier. He's got a nice lead block in front of him. Strong run as a flag comes in late. Very physical on the block and the run. Looks like Rasheed Lyles out of Southern wearing number 75 was in on the tackle.
Holding, offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Yeah, that's Tyreek Stewart.
Second penalty of the day.
Yeah, second penalty. And he's a guy that was highly regarded. Scouts really liked his body, his length. When you watch him on tape, you can see him dominate in the run game. Also with solid in pass protection, but he has to clean up some of the handsiness that he's shown.
Yeah, to be to the left of your screen. It was right there in the pile as they went down to the behind the play. Ended up getting the takedown there. Watched him all week long. Had a really good week of practice, but that's what you're talking about, Bucky. Get those hands inside, no takedowns unless you put flat back in him, which he does often when he gets his power going in the right direction.
So now Williams gets the ball at 3rd and 12. The ball is at about the 28-yard line of Team Gaither. Williams is a good deep ball thrower. That is kind of his claim to fame. As he scrambles out of the pocket, beautiful throw in the center of the field. As it looks like he hits his running back, Latrell Collier, on the good old Texas route there, Buck.
Yeah, how about Latrell Collier being able to stay open? Collier staying open, finding a way to be quarterback friendly. Here we see the quarterback break out to his right. You're not supposed to throw this at the next level, throwing it late over the middle, but he finds his running back, fits it in between 2 defenders. Nice throw.
Collier, 2-time, first-time All-MEAC running back as well, Charles.
Yeah, and he has nice hands, as we've seen here on this drive. 25 catches, a touchdown this previous season. And at his size, he's not going to be a heavy-duty workhorse as a running back. So he's got to be able to catch out of the backfield, demonstrating that skill.
Collier 5'10", 200 pounds, again out of North Carolina Central. 5 in the white jersey, team Gaither. They're moving the ball again. 1st and 10 on the 45. Low snap. Hands it off to Collier. Nothing doing right there.
Look like Lewis Matthews from Grambling, the tackling machine for the Grambling Tigers, gets involved with another one.
Yeah, Matthews, a former walk-on, second-team All-SWAC player, but like you said, a tackling machine, had 100 tackles last year for Grambling, and he is someone, you know, we've seen some of these linebackers settle in, but Bucky, this is also the first time these guys have tackled since November. Do you think we're going to start seeing some of the defensive play clean up as this game goes along?
Oh, I think so. And I think, you know, when you watch practice, the guys were in shells all week, didn't have their own full pass, but trying to get reacclimated to tackling, you'll see it clean up as we get it going.
All right, 2nd and 10. Quentin Williams, Howard University's quarterback, takes the snap, swing pass, little bit too far out in front for Latrell Collier.
And I think he's pretty happy that that one went out that way, because I'm looking down there and I'm seeing 53, 26, 4. So 26, Dimitri Morcell. 53, Isaac Peppers, and 4, Colton Bubba Adams, all drawing a bead on him out in the flat. I got to get this in, guys. Collier from Bluefield, West Virginia. That's my father's home.
I love it.
All right? He played for the Bluefield High School Beavers before going off to Marshall, transferring back here to North Carolina Central. His last year at Bluefield, 2,235 yards, 39 touchdowns.
Man.
As a senior running back for the Beavers. There you go, Dad.
Williams takes the low snap. Oh, he's under pressure. He gets brought down. That tackle came out of nowhere. Zarion Hayes out of Alabama A&M on the play. Wow.
So we got a penalty down the field.
Oh,
but this was a great play by Zarian Hayes. And it's one of the things that you like, coming down, staying active, motor running nonstop. Effort wins a lot in the National Football League. This is a great play.
Bucky, rarely is it your first move as a pass rusher, right? You got to throw multiple moves or multiple efforts in order to get to the quarterback.
Defense, number 1. That 5-yard penalty is automatic first down.
Cedric Anderson out of Grambling with the holding call, giving a new set of downs to Team Gaither after the defense came up with some very impressive stands.
Yeah, that negates the sack. Cedric Anderson, a transfer from Northwestern State, playing on the field or for the university. Where's Father Cedric Sr. play? Here at Tulane.
How about
Cedric
that?
following in the footsteps. He's a long corner, Bucky. I think a lot of people project him more as a safety.
Yeah, you got like that, but he's beaten. So it is better to give up the penalty than the touchdown. Absolutely. He learned that lesson real quick.
As a DB who gave up a lot of both, I concur.
First down on the 50. Quentin Williams takes a snap, a little pump fake. Oh! Big time sack right there. Who do we have?
Looks like Jalen Wilson, 35.
Yeah, 35. Jaron Wilson out of Edward Waters. He was man-on-man on tight end Brennan Brown, who's been very good as a receiver. But again, you see him Brown slide down here, Bucky, and he just can't hold off. He's just not strong enough.
No, that doesn't have enough anchor. Can't anchor against power. He just walked him back. He just forklifted him and walked him back, and then is excited about the celebration.
And deservedly so. Able to turn it loose now and go get the quarterback.
We're seeing this Team Robinson defense really dial it up now. About 2nd and 13 for Team Gaither. Quentin Williams, a quarterback, and we have a whistle on the play. Okay, 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
So the one thing we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to explain a rule change here as Team Gaither leads 7-0.
Wait a minute.
Here at
There's
the
a 2-minute warning in the first quarter? That got to be something new. Because
Nope.
A 2-minute warning in a bowl game sounds different. It's very different, to say the least. But that sounds kind of crazy. But listen, hold on, yo. So I want to tell y'all something. So this game, the first day it comes out, you said SWAC schools will be on there late. Okay. Well, listen. I mean, even still, we're still gonna check the game out just to see what's different about it. Cause listen, y'all know I don't know how many of you guys play Madden at all. Oh, I want to say shout out Vic for the Cash App, man. Shout out Vic for the Cash App. I appreciate that. Shout out Vic for the Cash App. I appreciate that. Said FCS school is going to be on a later date.
Left in the first quarter, and as we saw before
You
break,
back,
we
you
went
back.
to 2-minute warning. As you're seeing some of the notable game rules, these are kind of standard for all-star games. But let's talk about the 2-minute warning at the end of each quarter, because we're seeing Team Gaither with the ball right now, Bucky, at the 47. They've got basically 2 minutes to put some points on the board.
Yeah, so this attests to situational awareness of everyone on the field, but particularly the quarterback. And so now you're trying to see, how do they handle the 2-minute drill? Can they get the team in and out? Can they play smart football? Another part of the evaluation.
You know who created this? Scouts. Scouts asked for this because this is another chance, as Bucky just articulated, for them to evaluate a quarterback in situations that might not come up organically.
The one that we just saw is Quentin Williams get under center as he throws it to his former collegiate teammate Brendan Brown, the tight end out of Howard University. That battery did big things during the season, and Brown has had a strong week as he moves the change for the first down and gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, this is a nice play. A little bootleg, slides out to the flat, catches the ball, gets as much as he can up the field before being knocked out of bounds.
What I liked is that Williams didn't panic when his foot slipped coming out on the bootleg, hung in there, completed the play.
Nice throw. Nice catch.
Throw. That's Quinzel Lockhart out of Elizabeth City State. And, guys, he has put together some highlight catches throughout the week.
And I think he got both feet down. I know in collegiate rules you only need one, but moving on to the NFL, you have to have 2 in bounds. I believe he got both feet down on this one.
He did.
Well
nice.
done getting the tap dance in.
Yeah, nice toe tap.
Quentin Williams, 2 strong passes to get this drive started. Under a little bit of pressure, he throws that out of bounds. Out of the way as he was coming under pressure. 2nd and 10. And Charles, seeing him do that, this is the second time we've seen him throw the ball out of bounds and is under pressure.
Yeah.
Just in terms of an evaluation, what does that tell a scout?
Tells that he's under control, that he's not panicking back there. He's not putting the ball up for grabs downfield just because the receiver's not open. Throw it away, live to throw another down.
Okay, we got a timeout on the field, but let's take a look at this catch here, Bucky.
That was a great throw and catch. He puts it right on the sideline, and then just the awareness to be able to get both of your feet down. It's not a requirement in college, but when you go to the next level, you have to get both feet in. I like that he's already making that adjustment.
And that looked like Kashane Hinckley out of Bowie State on the catch on the play right here.
Well, Bucky, you played in the NFL as a receiver and a defensive back, but the training as a receiver, how much do you go through working on skills just like that, getting the feet down so that you have that situational awareness and spatial awareness of where you're on the field?
Yeah, look, it was a great job of him because he was hanging off that cliff for a while. He was just peering over the mountain, but did a great job of keeping both feet in. And you're talking about being able to feel it while your eyes are concentrated on the ball. Great job of concentration by him.
You put a few hours in on that, didn't you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, as we're seeing Team Gaither come out of the timeout. A minute 40 left in this first quarter.
Gaither in the white, Robinson in the green.
Quentin Williams, Howard University quarterback, engineering this drive, takes the snap, lets the play develop. Oh, throws it just behind his receiver on the play. The back shoulder.
Yeah, and that's the wrong shoulder because that ball, you tell me I'm wrong, but that's designed. Throw that to the sideline, let him break and keep going. He brings the defensive back actually into play, and if the defensive back's not focused on going to where the receiver is, the ball's right in his hands.
Should have been an interception. If you push that ball on the outside, it's a nice completion, but by hanging it on the backside, he does bring the defensive back in play. He gets a PBU when he shouldn't have one.
Yeah, Quinzel Lockhart was the intended receiver. Now it's 3rd and 10, and we'll see this is 2-down territory. Remember the 2-minute warning rules we talked about just a second ago. Williams dropping back from the shotgun under a little bit of duress. Oh, almost a near interception. On the play, Tyler Judson out of Southern University read that ball right, had the route underneath the receiver, Bucky. What about the way Judson stepped up and almost got that?
So we got a flag on the play, but yeah, Justin did a great job of undercutting the route. Should have been an interception if he had softer hands.
All right, so this flag is?
Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, illegal formation. That 15-yard penalty is, of course, half the distance to the goal line. Automatic first down.
Wow, second big penalty by Team Robinson on this drive to extend the drives. And guys, let's talk about some of the formations. Basically, you can have no more than 4 defensive linemen on the line of scrimmage. You have to have a single high safety. You cannot blitz and you cannot stunt up front.
You know, unless it's all natural.
Yeah, it just kind of naturally happens sometimes, Steve, you know?
Sometimes.
Just kind of naturally happens.
Sometimes you get a roadblock going one place, and you just got to go another.
It just kind of naturally picks each other, you know? One guy goes in, the other one goes out.
You're not blitzing. It's called straight-ahead pursuit.
You know, I tried to tell that to my coach one time.
Yeah.
That didn't work. That was running laps, my man.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Quinn Williams, first down, takes a low snap. Throws the slant pass for R.J. Mobley, and he took his eye off the ball right before he crossed the goal line. Bucky, you could hear that ball hit his pads.
Hasn't R.J. Mobley cooked them all week long on that exact route?
It's unbelievable. He's been dominating on the slant route all week. The ball hits him right in the chest. He just didn't concentrate. I mean, this is what he's been doing all week long, winning one-on-ones on backside slants.
We saw him this week, Steve, tell them he was running the slant and still get there and complete it. He gets one of the easier ones of the week, and it bounces off of his number 4.
Hey, man, you don't win games in practice. Another low snap for Williams. Gets the ball off. Almost a near catch. It looked like he attempted that to Travion Pratt from Oregon State. There was some contact at the end of the route, but no flag. As it's now 3rd down for Team Gaither.
Oh, that was 26 down the corner. That's Dimitri Morcell from Southern. Had a little bit of contact, as you noted, and at the end, Morcell putting his hands behind his back in front of the official to let him know, my hands weren't involved, sir. No flag necessary.
That little soccer move right there, right? So there's no hands.
Yeah.
No hands.
No hands. Sure sign that there were hands everywhere.
You're not yellow flagging or yellow carding me.
All right, 3rd down and 10. Quentin Williams, a quarterback. Latrell Collier in the backfield. Williams is getting a lot of low snaps to pass. That one's fine. Gets it out quick. Miscommunication with the receiver. Looks like Quinzel Lockhart thought it was a different route, and Williams thought it was a fade route.
Bucky, I think that was a fade, and he threw it to a spot where you can't get to as a receiver.
Yeah, he threw it to a bad spot, but the receiver took far too long to work open. He's trying to lull the corner to sleep. Didn't have enough time. They weren't in the right spot. They have to work, and they have to talk about that the next time they have a red zone opportunity.
And that's not unusual in an all-star game. They've worked together for 3 practices. You know, you're not going to know each other's moves perfectly in that short amount of time.
All right, Jonathan Cardoza-Chicas from Delaware State on to attempt what looks to be about, what do you want to call this, guys? A 29-yard field goal?
That's on the 19.
Money.
The kick is good. Splits the uprights as Team Gaither on the board for the 2nd time, taking a 10-0 lead with 1:10 left in the 1st quarter for Team Robinson to try to get on the board here at the HBCU All-State Legacy Bowl. And for those of you wondering how they came up with the names for these teams, Team Robinson and Team Gaither, Charles, why don't you give us a history lesson?
Well, take a look here. Alonzo Smith, Jake Gaither gave us the great phrase, I want my players agile, mobile, and hostile. 25 years of Florida A&M. You see that 6 black national championships, 18 conference. Of course, Eddie Robinson, the man everyone knows, the dean of college coaches, especially in the HBCUs, 56 years, 408 career wins, which at one time was the most in college football history on all levels. 9 black college national titles. These 2 men, legendary in HBCUs. We honor their names by naming the teams after them.
Yeah, much respect. Jeremy Musa takes a deep shot. Pass was broken up by number 2 on Team Gaither, Amari Hill Robinson. This is a player you talked about early on, Bucky.
Yeah, this guy we highlighted. This is a guy that has natural hands, and like, if he just times the jump, this should be a pick, and maybe a pick 6. Ball was floating up there. The pressure got to Jeremy Musa. He delivered a dud. That was a wobble. That should have been picked off.
And remember, Steve, Musa now getting his opportunity in a 2-minute drill situation.
Correct. Musa with the quick pass. Looks like he hits his tight end.
That's Dwayne Stevens, number 86 out of Jackson State.
86 from Jackson State. As the clock is ticking here, we have not seen a timeout used by Team Robinson. Musa takes the shotgun snap. He is under pressure. He lets it rip. Oh!
But they were blowing that dead as the ball was being thrown by Musa, so they blew that one dead pretty much at the snap.
False start. Offense, number 2. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
We've got Art Brown as the referee representing the ACC, and a number of these officials are here in the NFL evaluation program.
Right, and the Mackey, named after the legendary official Wayne Mackey. It is the Mackey evaluation program as we're seeing Team Robinson take a timeout with 43 seconds left. And remember the 2-minute warning rules in this game. It is at the end of each quarter, it is 2-minute warning, and the team that is on defense to end the quarter gets the ball back. So Team Gaither could be getting the ball back to start the second quarter, and their offense just scored again for the second time in this game. They lead it 10-0. Team Robinson's got to get something going. Guys, let's talk about Jeremy Musa, because we've seen some low throws, some high throws. We saw him on the deep pass there, deliver it a little bit late. The arm talent is not in question, but what were some of the things that you evaluated and some of the things you heard from scouts about watching Musa this week?
Look, he's a really good player. He's a really good player that can play in rhythm, but he's been inconsistent, and those inconsistencies have shown up in practice. He just has to do a better job of settling in and just making the routine throws.
All right, Musa taking the snap on 3rd and 9. Great footwork, almost another near pick on defense for Team Gaither. That's 54.
We got a penalty.
Lawrence Richardson out of Morgan State, a flag down.
What number?
Seeing Team Robinson's offense run off the field.
Maybe declined.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 78. That penalty is enforced half the distance to the goal line. 4th down.
So that's against Aiden Hemphill, the offensive tackle from Texas Southern. Don't know if he had words with someone, but that'll be one where, guess what? You're going to punt the football away. The defense starting to take over now. Bucky, I get the sense that Team Gaither is really drawing a beat on Jeremy Moose on the short stuff. They may have to try and get a little bit deeper and push some people back.
Yeah, you can just tell that they're just sitting there. They're playing vision defense, a lot of zone. Eyes on him, and Moose is not doing a great job of moving them with his eyes. He's forcing the ball in the tight windows. He has to take the check down early, and then some of the other stuff will open up later.
All right, this looks like Brandon Codrington out of North Carolina Central. He was the first team All-MEAC punt returner.
HBCU All-American is a punt returner this year. Does a good job calling everyone off. Make sure the ball doesn't hit his teammates.
And they said they were going to allow punt returns because they want these players to show scouts that they can play in the kicking game.
And that's where the game's going, guys. It's not going to be so much of the kickoff return. It's going to be much of the punt return. Sherry Burris, you got a little bit more on Brandon Codrington, don't you?
Yeah, I do, Charles. Well, he started off as a walk-on at North Carolina Central because of family ties, but he became a first-team All-MEAC special team standout there, as we saw, and he has a very special coach he credits for getting him here. His wide receiver, Torrey Holt, coached his Pop Warner football team. He said he was between the ages of 8 and 11, still friends with Torrey's son, and they still connect on social media.
Wow, Torrey Holt and Sherry, as we go away from this, that's a guy that one day our Steve Weich will probably be knocking on his door and saying, welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Steve,
let's hope
he's
so.
been awfully close a few times, hasn't he?
He's been a finalist the past few years.
He has been awfully close, guys. I want to interject a little bit about Codrington. Just discovered this week that Codrington and Bucky Brooks are cousins.
Look at that.
Just discovered.
And how did you find out?
And I had found out because Codrington came up to me after practice and said, hey, man, we're cousins. We're couzos. So it turns out that his grandmother is my grandfather's sister. And so
did you guys do Henry Louis Gates' show? Would you?
No, we didn't do that yet, but I guess it's in the family. So he talks about Torrey Holt being out, but evidently we have a connection there.
Is Torrey family now too?
No, he's not family yet.
Hey, Charles, every year we've done this game, Bucky has either played with somebody's dad, and now he's got kin. All right, we're going to come back for the second quarter.
We're going to rename this game.
HBCU Legacy Bowl with Team Gaither up 10-0.
Welcome to the Bucky Brooks Family Bowl.
Once again, man, I definitely appreciate all you guys for tuning in, man. I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in, for real. Definitely appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna lie, man. Davius Richards being out definitely changed this game for me. It definitely changed this game. I think from, like, if y'all saw how easily they moved the ball in the first or in the first drive, and then now all of a sudden it's getting hard for everybody else to move the ball. Like, it just changed the game for me, man. So sad about that. I don't like that. Who's all here, man? Hold on. VO the official. Y'all have any predictions for next year? Y'all have any early predictions that we can talk about for next year, man? Who y'all got, man? What, fam, you going back? You got Jackson State. You got North Carolina Central winning it. Hold on. Do we have South Carolina State winning it? Who we got? Who y'all have winning it next year? What we got? Yes, man. Listen. Shout out to Mr. Jackson. Yes, while y'all here, man, press the like button, man. Hit the like button, and if you want to, you can hit the cash up too. Only if you want to. I don't know me, I don't know me, promo, my cash up, but if you want to, hit the like button. Hit 50 cents if you want to.
HBCU Legacy Bowl.
You do 50 cents. You do $1. It don't matter. But makes it, but if anything else, but hit the like button.
University at halftime as we're coming back to the second quarter.
They gonna bust out some roller skates too?
Well, they got some AstroTurf bottoms on the roller skates. As right now, Team Robinson takes over, and we have Aeneas Dennis from Benedict College now taking over for Jerry Musa. Jeremy Musa, quarterback. It looks like he hands it off.
Nice job running. Great job finishing the run.
Is that to Ja'Cory Howard out of Texas Southern?
Yeah, really good job of putting his foot in the ground, finishing the run with some power.
And he's a stout player, right? 6 foot 230, and he's built like a brick house. As we've got the Texas Southern running back battery, Ladarius Owens from Texas Southern, the all-SWAC running back, took things in the first quarter, is now second short. Again, Aeneas Dennis out of Benedict College. Oh, nice cut again by Howard, but he is wrapped up. Big-time play by number 23 on defense, Manuel Smith out of North Carolina Central, second team All-MEAC DB.
Yeah, great one-on-one tackle in the hole.
All right, you're looking at some of the numbers on Aeneas Dennis, guys. 23 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions is Benedict College, coached by Shennis Berry, who is now at South Carolina State.
Yeah, he had a big game against Edward Waters, guys. 310 yards, a touchdown, transfer from Shorter University, found his stride with Benedict.
All right, Dennis, again on the handoff as Team Robinson sticks to the ground game. That's Ja'Cory Howard once again.
Remember, they only have 2 runners.
Yeah.
And they're both from Texas Southern. And they're different body frames, Bucky, in Ladarius Owens and Ja'Cory Howard. Howard, much more the power guy.
Yeah.
To run inside and really be physical.
Yeah, and so you're seeing Howard have a little success on the ground. And what you love about it as an evaluator, just the physicality that he's bringing to the position. He's showing finishing skills, which is absolutely necessary to play at a high level.
Okay, now we're seeing Howard a little bit more offset behind the tackle. We might see Dennis throw the ball. He does. Quick out, ball's in the air. Boy, he had some smoke on that quick route right there.
That's a tough one. Who's that trying to haul that one in? Looked like August Pete.
Yeah, does look like August Pete, the wide receiver out of Southern.
I know that he has a big-time story. I know Sherry Burris really chronicled and detailed, and they'll let us know when Sherry's ready to go, because we got to get that story in about this young man, August Pete. He's doing something out here in college football that not many people are doing.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
2nd and 10 as Dennis drops back. Short drop, throws it into double coverage to his tight end. Is that Tristan Ballard?
Yeah, Letlow Ballard. And look, I think Aeneas Dennis, Bucky, he was trying to throw that thing so hard to get it through, and it did not matter. Sherry Burris, Can we do what August Pete does? Because I don't think that we can.
That would be pretty incredible. But you know what? He's a first-year, second-semester law student at Southern University. I asked him, how are you juggling the two? He said, I'm kind of learning as he goes. He doesn't really have guidance of someone who's done this. He's talked to people on the law side, on the football side. He said it's a process. One of the struggles really, though, is staying awake. He has to take a torts class after practice, so just staying awake, but he's focusing on football too, guys.
Well, Sherry, we know if he does make it to the next level, he can probably negotiate his own contract and any other type of settlements that may need to take place as a preemptive measure. As you're seeing Team Robinson.
Yeah, this is a big fourth down. Hey, Sherry, I want you to hold on because I've got another question for you, but let's get this fourth down in and see what they do.
Oh, they're going to punt.
Oh. Okay, well, since they're lining up to punt, Steve, let's get this in real quick. Sherry, what kind of week did August have? Didn't he have to come to the combine, go back, and come back again?
He did. Thankfully, he's a Louisiana boy, so he was here at the combine. You guys saw it. He was lights out. He went back home, and I asked him, I said, did we miss you at practice? He said, nope. Doug Williams himself called him to come back on Wednesday. He told Doug, though, I have to check with my professors, the counselor, the dean. It's very important not to miss class, as you'd imagine, in law school. But here he is. And he said it's even, you can compare the two, cerebrally thinking about you have to prep for the court. You also have to prep for the football field, Charles.
All right, Codrington picks up the ball on the return, but he gets it into the end zone and gets tackled just out of the end zone. He is on about the 1-yard line. That is a high risk.
Bucky, you return.
We gotta go to break.
Is that the right play?
We gotta go to break.
Why would he do that?
Chat about that.
When we come back, we're gonna chat about that decision. Team
Why
Gator
would he
takes
do that?
over, leading 10-0 in the second quarter here at the HBCU.
That was a wild play. Why would you even do something like that? That's wild, bro. But listen, yo, I want to tell y'all something. I know there's only like 100 people in here, probably less than 100, but I want to put this out there. So I was thinking about doing like a late night show, right? And it's going to be HBCU related, but it's going to be like an after dark thing, right? But it's not going to have nothing to do with sports at all. I mean, some of it might, but it's going to be like our experiences at HBCUs, like different HBCU topics. It's going to be like a lot of jokes, a lot of fun, some serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, so like he'll be like a late Friday night. It'll be talking about all the games happening the night before, but still talking about my experiences in terms of everybody else's experiences. It'll be like, and I'll have like a call-in show. A show that will give everybody a chance to just call in, and just share their HBCU experiences. I don't know. I was thinking about something, or something like that, but we'll definitely see. Oh, hold on, we back.
And the kids are showing that on the field. That they showed
Doug
it all
Williams,
week.
Mr.
They showed
Doug
it at the
Williams.
combine. And for us, it makes us feel good.
I know this hits close home to you, you being an HBCU guy yourself, also coaching at Grambling. In Washington, Joshua Pryor, I think he's standing right here actually behind us, was on the roster. Just, can you speak to the importance of this game because of guys like Joshua we're seeing?
That's a safety.
Yeah, when you see guys like
that's
Joshua
a safety
come back and Xavier Smith come back, I think it lets you know what this game is all about, because what you got is these kids going up to the NFL, coming back home, and let the other guys know that you can get that from here, and I think that's important.
up in Washington. There is a new coach, new ownership. You guys have the 2nd overall pick coming up this spring. What excites you the most about this upcoming football season?
Well, number one, Dan Quinn and Adam Peters. You know, they came in engaging. I think everybody, you know, is in with them. They want everybody to be in part. It's inclusive. The new ownership has done a great job since they've been there. And I'm looking forward to this year, surprising a lot. I don't want to say something. I don't want to say surprising them. I just want to let them know that we're capable of doing it. And I think Dan, with the enthusiasm that he has and he can put in everybody else, you know, go out and let's see where the chips fall.
All right, Doug, so as we look here to the future, what do you envision this event to be? How can it even get any bigger?
You know, I'm looking for this to be on automatic. That's for us. It'd be great if everything was just automatic. Everything is in place. You know it's going to happen. This, and that. But I tell you this, Kevin Kaplan, who coaching charities, with Burt and what me and Shaq brings to the table, this is something that, you know, you really couldn't ask for 3 years ago.
We appreciate the time. Congratulations on a 3rd great event, Doug. We'll see you for the trophy ceremony.
All right, thank you.
Steve?
All right, thanks so much, Sherry. As we're seeing Team Gaither at 3rd and 10 from the 1-yard line. We saw an incompletion and a run that was almost in for a sack. Another incompletion. So 3 and out for Team Gaither from deep in its own end zone. And Bucky, they're deep in their own end zone because Brandon Codrington on the punt return decided to bounce it back into the end zone.
Brandon Codrington didn't do a great job of fielding the kick. You have to understand, inside the 10-yard line, you want to let those things go if possible. But what it did is it put the team in a bad situation. And now we're going to see the field position change drastically because they started that drive out at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, tried to hit Siddiby twice in the flat. But one of the questions Sherry asked Doug Williams and talked about Washington #2 pick overall in this draft. Everyone's talking about them drafting a quarterback. They should draft Doug Williams.
Yeah, they should. I think Doug will take that contract.
You know?
All right, Jonathan Cardozo-Chicas will be kicking out and punting out of his end zone. He gets off a good punt that leads to the fair catch. All right, Team Gaither up 10-0, but Team Robinson gets a chance to get on the board. We'll find out more when we're back at the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Legacy Bowl, but before they hear their name called in the 2024 NFL Draft, this year's top prospects head to Indianapolis and put their skills on display. The 2024 NFL Scouting Combine starts Thursday at 3 Eastern on NFL Network.
Bucky, what's it like hearing your name called? Because you did. All right, you were a second-round draft pick.
A long time ago.
What is it? Yeah.
No, but I think, look,
what's it like?
I think it's the realization of a dream that a lot of these guys want to chase, they're pursuing. And so if we have any of these kids hear their name called, look, it'd be a fantastic day for everyone associated with HBCU Legacy Bowl.
It's a lot of hard work that pays off right there. You did it.
All right,
nice tackle.
Handoff. Who was that came flying through Is that...
That's
Jablonski Green, who's had an incredible week. The defensive tackle out of South Carolina State. Charles, he told me he played this year. He's only 6'1", but he played at around 280 or 290.
He played too big.
He has lost weight. He is down at about 260.
Yeah, but listen, Steve and Bucky, he was a high school linebacker running back who was like a 4'6" runner when he was in high school. And as you noted, Steve, added that weight thinking that's what he needed to do to play inside. His quickness is his forte. Yeah. Now he's back being the Jablonski Green we thought we were going to get, and he's been that way throughout the week.
That's him again.
That's him again. Batted the ball right down. Jablonski Green.
Who ended up catching it? Big man caught the football? Yeah. I believe he did. Was that 52 in the middle there catching it?
It does look like
his dream.
Certainly looked like Jonathan Williams from Alabama A&M became the pass receiver. And big guys dream of carrying the football until you get tattooed by about 8 other guys.
Until you get chopped down.
Well, let's get back to Jablonski Green, though, because body type. What other South Carolina State player who's in the NFL has the same type of body type and plays the same position?
I think you're going Javon Hargrave?
Yes, I am. And he told me he speaks to Hargrave all the time. And Hargrave's helped him in this process as the ball sells high. Is intended for Kamari Young, the tight end out of Florida A&M. The one thing we've seen out of Dennis, we have not seen an off-speed pitch.
No, he's a fastball guy. You know, if you're a catcher, you just plunk down the number one and wait for it.
Yeah, it's coming.
Let it go. But he had a clean pocket, Bucky, good sight lines, and he just sailed that one.
No, he couldn't get it done. But the fantastic drive by Jablonski Green being able to set the tone. We talked all week about these guys coming better prepared and better shape. You talked about him losing the weight. Some of that is him doing it during the regular season, but really coming and putting on his best performance here because he wanted to be in shape, and he did it.
And you've seen it before, Steve. You've seen it as well, where guys try something, realize that's really not helping me, and try and revert back to where they were before. Jablonski Green, a perfect example of getting back to the weight that works well for him.
And he's had a good, a flat punt.
Look out.
A flat punt by Tom Piccirillo out of Benedict College. No return right there. Hey, guys, we were just talking about Javon Hargrave. Guys, please roll the tape of Javon Hargrave. And Bucky, why don't you walk us through this?
I mean, you just talk about just a great player, a dominant player from South Carolina State. He's done it in a few different spots. He's in Pittsburgh, then in Philadelphia, makes his way to San Francisco as a dominant player. And then Joshua Williams, two-time Super Bowl champion from my mom's alma mater, Fayetteville State. He has done it, man, been able to jump right in, make contributions as a sub-package defender. Outstanding talent.
How about the tackle he made in the Super Bowl as a gunner on the punt coverage?
Unbelievable.
He's a long, rangy corner, and we've seen several guys here with his body type. As it looks like now, Donovan Riddick out of West Virginia State takes over at quarterback. Hands the ball off, but he is smothered right away. And it looks like on the defensive side, looks like Jalen Johnson out of Kentucky State on the tackle. And here you are, players from HBCU teams who played in multiple Super Bowls. This is a great...
For multiple teams.
And this, yes, for multiple teams. This is a great nugget brought up by Laquan Jones from our research team. But you see here Javon Hargrave, because he played for the Eagles in 2022 before the Niners paid him to come help them get to the Super Bowl in 2023. Riddick with a quick pass. He delivers the ball to number 2, Quinzel Lockhart out of Elizabeth City State.
Lockhart's having a nice first half.
He's had a really good week. He's a grad transfer. He played at North Carolina A&T, so he's played a lot of football at a high level as well.
And the Virginia Union staff knows him pretty well. He put 9 catches, 175 yards, and 3 touchdowns on him. And even though Virginia Union won the game comfortably, Lockhart played well for Elizabeth City State.
Buck, look at the career passing yards for Donovan Riddick at West Virginia State.
Yeah, over 7,000 yards, 53 touchdowns, only 21 interceptions. Solid career for him.
Riddick drops back. He is under pressure. Oh, there's just no room for him as he is swallowed up. Let's hit number 15, Zarion Hayes out of Alabama A&M.
Look, man, I'm telling you, he's been a dominant player all week. When you watched him at the combine, you saw the movement skills, put down a 4.62 unofficial in the 40. Just continues to do it. High motor player who has pass rush ability. Really intriguing as an interior disruptor.
Yeah, he gave Tyler Fleming on that forklift right there and gave him a little bit of ride. Fleming out of out of Fayetteville State.
Who's back deep for this one? Looks like Travion Morton.
Okay, and Jonathan Cardozo-Cheek is punting again. We've seen Team Robinson's defense stand up Our Team Gaither calling for a player there, short somebody on the punt team.
Not surprising in these games, is it, Bucky?
Yeah, but this is what you hate, man. You go through walkthroughs and all those other things. You want everyone to be lined up, know exactly what you're doing. Came up short. Didn't hurt him with a penalty. It's like to see him crisper.
Yeah, but that's not film you want to be sending to any team at the next level.
Plenty of time on the clock. Let's see if Javion Morton, who fair caught the last one, gets a chance to return this one.
Jonathan Cardozo-Cheekis gives him a returnable punt. It's a deep punt, but it's returnable.
Oh, he has room. He has room.
He's got blocking. Oh, big hit.
Multiple flags. Multiple flags to bring that back.
Big hit by number 36 on that play, Jalen Jones out of West Virginia State.
Wait, block. Going in return, illegal block in the back, return team number 10. That 10-yard penalty is enforced at the spot of the foul, first down.
All right, Jamari Sharif from Florida A&M called for that penalty. Oh, you're looking at the sonic boom of the South getting ready to entertain us at halftime. We'll be back soon. We'll have more from the HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Work celebrates Black history, honoring those that broke barriers.
We're better as a nation because we fought back.
And changed the game.
We got to keep moving forward.
Celebrate Black history all month long on NFL Network.
I never got a college degree. Now I'm the CEO of my own company. People want to tell me I'm one in a million, when actually I'm one of millions.
I'm a guy who lost a bet and my
Woo.
10-0 on Team Robinson. And guys, one player to look for is linebacker Lewis Matthew. He penned a beautiful letter to his 1-year-old daughter. He jokes he's her twin. We're seeing some pictures here and some video of the two. And Matthews wrote in that letter talking about being at Grambling and being patient and knowing he had to pay his dues for a chance to play even more time. He eventually got a scholarship, but still, over the summers, he was working to financially support his family. And in the letter, he talked about pursuing his NFL dream. In the letter, he told his daughter that he wants to get a chance and make the most of it. And for her, herself, have a vision of what she wants to do, prepare that vision, and execute it. All of us are parents. I know you guys have multiple children. It's just so special to see a guy write just his 1-year-old a note and already have that dream for her.
Great story, Sherry. Thank you so much for getting that to us as we come back with 3:42 left in the second quarter. On the play, we got a completion.
Almost a handoff, although it was a pass, wasn't it, Bucky? To Kamari Young, the tight end from FAMU.
Yeah, like he's
right here, just a short little toss.
Just kind of flips it to him.
It's essentially what it is. Essentially, is like a shovel pass.
Well, maybe the layup would get him going.
Pass, right?
Yeah, maybe the layup would get the quarterback going.
Take the fastball out of his hands and see what he can do.
Oh, is that Jablonski Green again with his
boy Jablonski Green getting busy
on consecutive possessions?
That boy Green is getting busy right now.
Yeah, he
like
caught it.
Once again, it looks like number 60 on the
That
offensive line.
Atkins.
Yeah, big man dove out for
Ryan
it.
Atkins.
Let's
from
take a
Arkansas
look again.
Pine Bluff.
Yeah. He dove out to get it.
Guys, Jablonski Green is only 6'1". He is too bad at passes. So does that tell you that the quarterback is not putting any air under it? We're talking about the fastball, or maybe
he's got to get into the angles and into the gaps of throwing the football. So maybe a little slide step one way or the other, Bucky, so he can create a lane for his passes.
Ball's on the ground.
Uh-oh.
And he's Dennis, though. He's off on the run. We have a flag down. On the play, a tackle by Quasin Townsend out of Hampton, a very disruptive player, but a flag down.
It's a hold against the offense. See if they
Holding.
want it.
Offense number 78. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is 4th down.
So they got Aiden Hemphill again, the highly regarded tackle out of Texas Southern.
Yeah, his second penalty, about 2:20 left on the clock.
Yard Talk HBCU. What's up, girl? How you doing?
The team with the ball basically has the opportunity to get it into the end zone. And the last team without the ball
here today,
or the last team on defense, I should say, will get the ball coming into the next quarters. We're seeing Codrington get an opportunity, Bucky, to make amends for the bad decision on the last one and taking the ball into the end zone on the return.
And there it is, 2-minute warning time.
Okay, so there's a 2-minute warning. Team Gaither up 10-0 over Team Robinson. Team Gaither's going to get the ball back. And then we've got the sonic boom of the South from Jackson State at halftime. We'll be back right after the break.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song.
Thanks, LL Cool J.
I got a guy who can fix this.
We really don't want people to think of feeding food like ours as spoiling their dogs. Good, real food is simple. It looks like food, it smells like food. It's what dogs are supposed to be eating. No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life.
It's amazing to me how many people write in about their dogs changing for the better. The farmer's dog is just our way to help people take care of them.
Olukai slippers are so comfortable, you won't want to take them off. And with that outdoor worthy sole, you don't have to. All around.
Hold on.
Two-minute warning at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. There you're seeing band members from Jackson State's Sonic Boom of the South. They're going to be turning it up at halftime, but we've got 2 minutes remaining to see if Team Gaither can turn it up a little bit more. Again, they've got the 2-score lead, and Brandon Codrington, the all-conference punt returner, somebody who has caught a lot of eyes, mainly as a DB in coverage this week because he didn't get to return it in practice. But this is a player a lot of teams at the next level want to see. Codrington fair catches it. Gives his team a first down at the 25-yard line.
You know, Bucky, I was talking with some people this week, and Steve, about Codrington. There are a number of people who think his best position is slot receiver.
Oh, I know you've been talking to him. Yeah, just some guys think he can flip over.
Who's been talking to?
Yeah.
We've been talking to the same people.
Yeah, same people. No, but look, here's the thing about him. When you're looking at that and potentially considering position switch like that from offense, defense to offense, for Codrington, it's easy because he was a punt returner. We've seen him do offensive things when he has the ball in his hands, has a punt returner, kick return touchdowns in 3 of the 4 seasons he was at NC Central. He is special and dynamic.
In a sense, being a slot receiver is a punt returner, just catch the football, right? Make people miss.
All right, Donovan Riddick at quarterback at West Virginia State, 1st and 25 with 1:52 on the clock. Drives it downfield, but well behind the intended receiver on that play. Was that Pratt from Morgan State? It looked like he was trying to throw it to, but he missed badly.
Yeah, just off the mark.
18 Tamon Cook, who was trying to throw it to.
Double crossers, Bucky, on that one. And he elected to try and get it to Pratt, just throw it behind him.
All right, a minute 48 left on the clock. Riddick in shotgun. Gets it to the sideline to Pratt and breaks the tackle, but still very little gain as the clock stops. A DB on that read that all the way.
Cedric Anderson, I believe, from Grambling. Bucky was the one thing he didn't do on the play. Derek Thinkbright was the one thing he finished off not doing.
No, didn't wrap up and finish the play. You know, the one thing that we're talking about on defense, keep everything in front, rally and tackle. You want to rally and tackle them to get them down, to keep them bound so the clock continues to run. We talked about situational awareness for the offense, but defenders also need to be aware.
Riddick on a 3rd and 9. I'm sorry, Riddick on a 3rd and 9 right here. And there's still plenty of time on the clock, a minute 42. He is under pressure, swings the ball out. Looks like Joe Collier.
Who was that was the missile on that? Was that 27?
Look at 27, yes.
That's Tyler Judson on the play. Tyler Judson out of Southern University.
Watch him coming up like a rocket right there. Didn't get all of him. But boy, he launched. He shot his shot on that one, didn't he?
But also time management. He hits on the outside shoulder to keep him in bounds, Bucky. Yep. Is there a skill to that?
Yeah, absolutely skill. We just talked about the previous play where you missed the tackle. You want to keep them in bounds. 2-minute situation on offense is about preserving time. But if you're the team on defense, it's about, hey, let's make sure we keep them out, make them use up all their timeouts.
Yeah, Steve, we call that spilling. Spill them to the proper place. In this case, keep him in bounds, as you noted. So it's your approach as much as it is the tackle. Take the outside away from him, force it back inside.
Again, Team Gaither now having some substitution issues in the kicking game. This is the second time we've seen it. Timeout by Team Robinson. I wonder why they waited so long to call the timeout. I mean, they let about 30 seconds tick off.
Please reset the game clock to 1 minute and 5 seconds, please.
Yeah, and that's what they're protesting. They said that they've been trying to call the timeout and weren't getting it. And our game official, Art Brown, took charge of that one, gave them the time back that they thought they had lost.
Okay, so they're going to actually gain back about 17, 18 seconds from what the clock showed.
Art Brown does a nice job in the ACC, and he's taking control out here today. Has some officials working. We've got Conference USA, ACC, Big Ten, SEC, Mountain West Conference, all working today, all trying to achieve their dream of moving up to the next level and getting to the NFL.
Great point. All right, coming up at halftime, we're going to wait till after the punt right here. The punt by Cardozo Chicas, short one.
Gotta love that roll.
Yeah, got a lucky bounce.
Looks like he hammered it on the
stat
now,
sheet.
doesn't he?
Yeah, on the stat sheet, yes.
He pumped it.
Absolutely great. So coming up at halftime, we've got the Jackson State University Sonic Boom of the South. You're seeing them right there. You saw them a couple of weeks ago perform with Usher at halftime. Plus, the Deacon Jones Trophy winners, the Players of the Year, and the Black College Football Hall of Fame class of 2024. It's already been announced, but some members of that fantastic group will be shared with the crowd and with the public here on NFL Network. In the meantime, we've got Team Robinson with 53 seconds trying to make some headway as they've been shut out in the first half.
Still Aeneas Dennis at quarterback, correct?
Yeah, Aeneas Dennis out of Benedict College.
Trying to locate a target.
Just having trouble completing anything in the passing game.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough for the last quarter. Just trying to find the consistency and the rhythm of the passing game. You hope that you can find a little momentum going into halftime, so the second half will be a much better performance.
Oh, almost a near interception.
Is that Javion Morton?
I think it's Javion Morton, who has been a thief in practice this week.
Did you see him on Thursday?
Yes, I did.
He's all over the place.
Just sensational. He's running the route with him. He's at the hip pocket. And then Aeneas Dennis doesn't help because he throws the ball too far inside, Bucky. So now it becomes a fist fight. It's a 50-50, receiver or DB. Fortunate for the offense, that fell incomplete.
Yeah, they're really, really lucky. You talk about these Morgan State DBs. Not only Morgan, but also Josh Tolles being able to get it done. Those guys have represented really well.
And Morgan State is deep here defensively. They were arguably the best defense in black college football this year, and they've got the players here representing to showcase that. As we're seeing Dennis on the scramble, he gets out left and gets out of bounds. He gets dragged out of bounds.
Great pursuit right there. All-out hustle. I see that's number 4, Kwasin Townsend. Transfer from Villanova. He was a part-time starter for the Wildcats. While he was there at Villanova, he put up numbers, guys. Had 142 tackles in his career there. Had 104 tackles in this past season.
All right, guys, there you're looking at Antoine Bethea, a member of the Black College Football Hall of Fame class of 2024, the great longtime safety for the Indianapolis Colts, the San Francisco 49ers, and the first member from Howard University to be going into the Black College Football Hall of Fame. Charles,
no wonder you cleared your throat.
I am going to be too much at this year's celebration in June.
Hey, I'm just going to get out of the way and let you enjoy it, man. You deserve it, and they deserve it. Antoine Bethea, no doubt about, deserves it.
All right, Codgington catching the punt, bobbles it. See if he can do anything with it as he is swarmed.
Good coverage.
Under pressure. Great coverage by Team Robinson. 24 seconds left in the half. We're going to see a Team Gaither that's up 10-0. Decides to do anything with this, or they're just going to take a knee and go into halftime.
They really got down there. Everyone hustling on that play, the pursuit.
Yeah,
that's what you like.
Player after player, you notice getting downfield and trying to make a play. And ultimately, it was Ja'Cory Howard who finished things off, the running back.
And so all these young guys have to understand that they're going to make their hay in the National Football League on special teams. And so being able to be hustle players, guys that can cover kicks, guys that can somehow block on the front line of return units, this is how they're going to have to kind of buy themselves time until they can get a chance to play.
And aren't we talking about a number of players who didn't play special teams in college because they're so valuable doing other things, having to learn how to do it.
Quentin Williams, Howard's quarterback, is back into the lineup as he's got 24 seconds to try to drive the ball 85 yards, or at least into field goal range. And Pratt almost intercepted by number 8 for Team Robinson. That's Jordan Carter out of Southern.
Another player.
Yep, the pop fly.
But
Son is behind him,
who had a big week in terms of coverage.
Yeah.
Watch him in a one-on-one a couple of times. Back-to-back plays. Wide receiver barely gets off the line of scrimmage, stones him at the line, showed his coverage ability. He's listed as a safety, but he operated as a slot corner in coverage and one-on-ones, outside corner in coverage, and that's one. That could get much easier than that.
That's a can of corn.
Right?
In baseball terms, that's a can of corn.
Yeah. That's supposed to be caught. And there's your inning, folks. No runs on no hits with no errors.
All right, Williams hands off. Looks like to his college Howard teammate, Ian Wheeler, as he runs for the first down. 10 seconds left. That gives them a little room, guys, to possibly get into scoring position. They still have most of their timeouts. They've got 2 left.
They got to throw one big here in order to try. If you're talking about scoring position, it's got to be a big strike right here with 10 seconds to go. I'd throw it as far as I could.
And Quentin Williams is a deep ball thrower, and talking to the head coach of Team Gaither and it's Howard University who coached Williams there, he said he can throw the deep ball. So you've seen Quinzel Lockhart out wide right.
With the kickers we have here, you got to get almost to the 25 to feel comfortable in field goal range. It's got to be a big shot.
It throws to Lockhart, but that's a quick pass pattern. Leaves 5 seconds left in the half.
Got to learn how to get him down.
Yep.
Got to get him down. Tackling is a skill that now, we talked about the teams that won the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs. They won the Super Bowl because their secondary was one of the best tackling units that we saw.
They gave up the 5th fewest yards after the catch in the NFL last year. So when you catch the ball and go down, what does an offense have to do, Bucky? They have to run more plays.
Got to run more plays. Got to
longer drives. More errors happen.
Yes.
Drive stall. That's what you're looking for. This one has to be pushed all the way downfield.
Right, and one thing we did not see them working on, guys, in practice this week were Hail Mary type of plays.
Yeah.
So Quentin Williams takes a snap, drops back, steps forward. He's under pressure. He's just going to take it and get out of bounds. He's going to play it safe as we come to the end of the first half with Team Gaither, made up of players from the MEAC and the CIAA, taking a 10-0 lead over Team Robinson, players from the SWAC and the SIAC. And coming up after the break, Jackson State University's marching band, the Sonic Boom of the South, And now let's send it down to our Sherry Burris as the team's going to the locker rooms at halftime.
Well, Team Gaither here up 10-0. Steve, we have Coach Alvin Parker and Larry Scott. Coach, first for you, do we have an injury update of Davius Richard, and how do you feel like your team responded after he went down?
No update right now. We'll kind of find out. I like the way the guys responded, though. Anytime something happens like that in an all-star type of setting, it's unfortunate, but I love the way the guys responded. Davius is definitely a tough competitor, so he told the guys to kind of keep responding, and those guys did it.
And Coach Scott, what most impressed you about this first half, and when you want to carry that momentum into the second?
Oh, just the energy. I think the guys are playing with a lot of energy. They're having fun doing it too. Defensively, it's kind of been hard for them to run the ball or move the ball, so hopefully we can keep that up and hit one or two of these plays. If we hit the one down here, it's 14-0. We missed the ball, a drop ball in the end zone there. So just connect on the plays that are called and keep playing hard and keep having fun.
All right, thank you for the time, guys. Steve?
All right, thanks so much, Sherry. We saw plenty of football there in the first two quarters. His team Gaither is up 10-0. And next up, the Sonic Boom of the South, the marching band from Jackson State, here in New Orleans at the HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Mr. Reggie, I appreciate that. I appreciate the cash app, man. I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate that.
Welcome back to the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl, where the score is Team Gaither up 10-0. Now we are enjoying the sounds of the Jackson State University Sonic Boom of the South.
Cannot talk about black history without recognizing black women. They work tirelessly to ensure that the backbone of not only men, but all women are upright. Let her cry, for she's a lady. Let her dream, she's a child. Let the rain fall down upon her. She's a free and gentle flower growing wild. Here's Wildflower by New Birth, arranged and conducted by Mr. Kevin Johnson. we've recognized the struggles to prosperity of our black queens, it's time to celebrate their new attitude. Let's welcome the Prancing J-Sets. Because of the blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors, we can all be optimistic for a brighter future for ourselves and you. Go ahead and groove with the sonic boom if you're hopeful about your future, their future, and our future. Is for our history, hope, our HBCUs that are shaping minds of the students like you see on the field and beyond to continue to mold our future. University, where we change minds and challenge lives. Let's give it up for our students. You know we couldn't leave without rocking the house. J. Dr. Roderick Little is the Director of Bands. Mr. Kevin Johnson is the Associate Director of Bands and Chief Arranger. Mr. Calvin Berry is the Marching Percussion Instructor. Miss Chloe Ashley Crowley is the Director of the Prancing J-Sets. Miss Courtney Lett is the Administrative Assistant. Dr. Lisa Mosley is the Vice President of Academic Affairs and Provost. Dr. Rico Chapman is the Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. Dr. Lisa Beckley Roberts is the Chair of the Department of Music. Dr. Ramon Jackson is the Assistant Department Chair. On behalf of our President, Dr. Marcus L. Thompson, this has been the Voice of the Boom, Richard Myers. Thank you and good evening.
What a great performance by the Jackson State University Sonic Boom of the South. Coming up next, we introduce the 2023 Deacon Jones Award winners. You're watching the 2024 All-State HBCU Legacy Ball.
Ain't too many pics, Bluetooth.
recognize the Black College Football Hall of Fame class of 2024, presented by Coors Light. First, an electric quarterback who left Tennessee State University as the all-time leader in career passing yards. Please welcome Joe 747 Adams. Next, a first-team All-American defensive back from Howard University who went on to win a Super Bowl with the Indianapolis Colts. Ladies and gentlemen, Antoine Bethea. A 5-time All-Pro defensive back from Lincoln University of Missouri, an 8-time Pro Bowl selection in his 13-year NFL career. Let's hear it for Lamar Parrish. Now we proudly announce the recipients of the Deacon Jones Trophy, our 2023 Black College Hall of Fame Co-Players of the Year. First up, from Florida A&M University, 2023 SWAC Offensive Player of the Year, quarterback Jeremy Musa. And 2023 MEAC Offensive Player of the Year from North Carolina Central University, quarterback Davius Richard. Congratulations to our Black College Hall of Fame class of 2024 and our co-college players of the year. Let's hear it for them, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise!
A huge congratulations, but again, here is the complete 2024 Black College Football Hall of Fame class, including 3 who aren't here in attendance, including Waymond Bryan, a linebacker from Tennessee State, Richard Huntley, running back from Winston-Salem State, and Coach Eddie Hurt from Morgan State. And congratulations to all.
I remember watching him in the league.
Earlier this month, the top Madden NFL 24 HBCU players convened in Orlando, Florida for the Madden HBCU Finals. The players were esteemed guests on
Oh, they got females doing this? Okay, I like that. I like that.
NFL legend
I like
Chad
that.
Ochocinco Johnson, along with
Why they didn't have this when I was in school?
NFL Pro Bowler Deshaun Jackson were among the program supporters.
Why they didn't have this when I was in school?
Ongoing commitment
Oh
to
my
diversity
God.
and inclusion. The tournament culminated in Kiara Davis making history by winning the inaugural women's championship title, while Deshaun, his name the Real Suave, won the open championship category. The top 8 players rounded off their eventful week with tickets to the 2024 NFL Pro Bowl games. That's in Orlando. Guys, that's a pretty cool way to win.
Why didn't have this when I was in school, man? Oh my goodness.
Thanks so much. Had a lot going on there. We saw the Deacon Jones Players of the Year. We saw the class of 2024. But guys, just some thoughts on the first half, because it was mainly about the defense.
Yeah, it was all about the defense. It was all about the defense. And normally in these all-star games, it can be like that because they're playing a static coverage. They're playing fast. They kept it in front. Didn't see a lot of highlights, but you're hopeful that you'll see some of the stuff that we saw that first drive. We saw Richard have this team going up and down the field, was able to get them into the end zone. Let's see if we can get some more of that in the second half.
Yeah, we hate that he got hurt because that changed the course of the ball game, obviously. But Jeremy Musa, his co-player of the year, Black College Football National Player of the Year, he's still out here. This is his opportunity to show us his wares. But if I'm coaches of both of these teams, Bucky and Steve, I might change things up a little bit. My quarterbacks are really struggling. I do have some decent running backs in this ball game. I might want to give them the football in some short area places and let them have a chance to make some plays against these defenses.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Remember, Team Gaither up 10-0. Davius Richard fakes the handoff, takes it into the end zone, scores on the opening drive, and then he suffers an injury that led him being taken to the hospital. They put an air cast on his right leg. 2-time MEAC Offensive Player of the Year gone. There's the PAT.
Yeah, Adrian Oliva, who's the HBCU All-American kicker this year.
Absolutely. He gets into the end zone. Now we see T. Robinson get a tackle on Quentin Williams, the Howard quarterback, who replaced Davius Richard. There's a nice throw there.
A lot of defensive plays.
A lot of them they were made, and
we just saw it. The pass rush up front, guys winning. The effort, guys. Darren Harris got 2 sacks in the first half.
Zarian Hayes, Jablonski Green, 2 defensive linemen who dominated in the first half for each team.
Look at the total yards for Team Robinson, guys. 43.
And that's why I'm saying they may have to go and lean a little bit more. They're trying to throw the ball all the time. That might not work as well. let those running backs have a little taste of it, or maybe a little more of the short
Nice,
passing game.
43
They
total
just got to find
yards?
ways to try and get the ball in
You
speed.
got to get some rhythm.
And guys, also Jeremy Mooson, we talked about. He's the
That's
offensive
terrible.
player. He's a Deacon Jones winner of the award. He was the SWAC Offensive Player of the Year. I think also we want to see something out of him. We saw him be inconsistent. He had some receivers open. He underthrew some guys. He overthrew some guys. Threw late.
Yeah, hopefully he can get a rhythm going here in the second half, have connection. Remember, he's got one of his top targets here in Marcus Riley.
Yeah.
I don't believe has had a ball targeted yet to him. So maybe they try and find a way and get those teammates going in order to get him unleashed.
We're seeing Team Gaither in the white. Again, Team Gaither made up of players mainly from the MEAC and the CIAA. Those schools are mainly in the mid-Atlantic portion of the United States. Team Robinson in the green, made up mainly of SWAC and SIAC. Those are mainly in the deep South, Louisiana, Mississippi, states like that. As we're seeing the return, there's an opportunity here. A big play, that's number 4 on the return.
Marcus Riley.
And that's Marcus Riley.
It's Marcus Riley. FAMU, we talked about it over and over and over again.
All right, moments ago, Team Gaither coach Larry Scott in the locker room.
First half, okay? Really good first half. All right, now what we expect you guys to do is go out now and finish it now, right? So we said at the beginning of the week when we came in, not just here to have a good time and do all the stuff. We're here to win the game, right? We're here to win the game. So you guys got to go out now. You got to finish it.
Yeah, Pastor.
You got to finish it, not for us. This group, I told you, got to celebrate together, have fun together. This moment, you don't get back. This time we're playing with each other, you don't get back, but you'll remember it for a lifetime.
All right, Larry Scott from Howard University. This is Jaron Russell from Edward Waters at quarterback to open for Team Robinson here in the third quarter. Complete, throwing it wide. It's now 2nd and 10 on the 43-yard line. Guys, what about Russell coming out in the third quarter?
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to find anybody that can find a little bit of rhythm. It looked like he had a nice, easy completion. Ball sailed a little wide. But I want to see him do what CD suggested. Run the football, ease into the game, force this defense to have to adjust a little bit, and may create some open windows.
Yeah, you've got Ladarius Owens from Texas Southern, offset to the right. We know he's a dynamic player. Oh, man, incomplete pass. The ball is right there for Frank Bentley out of Florida Memorial.
Hey,
big receiver.
I have not seen Javion Howard all game. Where has he been?
Based on it. Bentley trying to come out of his break. Watch as he curls
He did the
back towards the
HBCU
quarterback.
Combine, and we just ain't heard from him.
You see how he's got to
He did
extend
a
to
few
try and pull
practices here
that
and
one
there,
in.
but
Made it a
I ain't
tough
seen him
catch
play
with
today.
one Bucky. You got to put that right on his number sheet.
I must have
Put
missed
it right
it.
in his face mask and chest.
Put it right in his chest. Make it where he has to catch it.
So we've seen Aeneas Dennis and Jaron Russell come in and just throw nothing but fastballs here.
Remember, this is Russell's first opportunity to play.
Right.
He's got a little extra bounce out of Edward Waters, formerly Alcorn State.
Oh, and he takes off running on a nice run. Oh, he gets hit hard right near midfield. We can hear the pads popping up.
Decision time,
well
fourth
up
down.
here.
Oh, no, it's already punt team.
You're seeing him on the run right here, guys. Bang, big hit.
See, listen, it's not crucial about whether you go for it or don't go for it here, but I've got to tell you, I'm going for it in this ball game with the team I've got right now, and knowing that I'm a little bit outmanned. When you watched all week long and watched these two rosters, you looked at Team Robinson and you thought to yourself, that's the one. That's the one.
They've got the player.
They've got the player. So if I've got that kind of advantage, I want to go ahead and press it a little bit.
Charles, offensively, they've done nothing, though. They don't even have 50 total yards of offense.
Yep.
As we're seeing the punt.
Located. He should have been able to take that boy right there. He didn't even locate the football. That ball found him.
That's a muff.
But it looked like he muffed it. That's why. Okay, explain it, Bucky.
So it's a muff. He didn't catch it. It was almost like an illegal touch because he hit a defender. He recovers it. But now we got to figure out, is that a safety?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Did he even see it?
He didn't see it. It bounced right off his leg. I don't think that's a safety. I think if anything, it would be a touchback, right?
It depends on how they rule. Here we go.
I saw like the signal for illegal touching, but let's see what that is.
Okay, we saw the signal for illegal touching, first down, so it's probably you're seeing the ball being marked around
where it was touched at.
the 6-yard line.
So where it originally hit the defender,
yep.
Even though it bounced back to the end zone, he recovered it, so it then goes back to where it was touched.
Yeah. Okay, so there we go.
So let's just clarify what I was saying before so I don't make sure I get this right. All week long, Team Gaither had the player advantage, all right? When you watch them man for man, person for person, Team Robinson out here near midfield, I got to go get it. You know, because I'm playing from behind all the time. I don't know how many opportunities I have out near midfield.
No,
that's why I didn't want them. That's why I didn't want them to punt the football.
It made sense, and they need something to juice them up. We need someone to make a play.
All right, looks like Ian Wheeler, as we're seeing Quentin Williams for the few times in this game, get under center. Oh, Wheeler gets stood up.
Is that Major getting into the hole on that one?
A Major.
He is all over the place.
Hey, that's a Celebration Bowl. That's what happened to Howard University.
Watch what happens here. Watch the hole open up and look at Major.
He's right there. He's shot out of a cannon. We talk about guys that can play with their hair on fire. Great instincts and reaction. He meets him right in the hole.
And he is the SWAC Defensive Player of the Year. I was speaking to some folks from Howard. They remember they scored early in the Celebration Bowl against Florida A&M, and then they said Major took over, and they could get nothing going on.
He had a ton of tackles, a big interception in the game, but that just essentially became a tackling drill that you work on 3 days a week. Just in the hole, right there.
Williams drops back in second and 10. A beautiful.
Okay. Here we go.
It looks like
Let's get some offense going.
Number 2, Quinzel Lockhart from Elizabeth City. 6'3", 205, and Bucky, look at the reach in a contested coverage.
You love that. That's why you talk about the advantage of having that length. Talk about a 6'3" receiver that's being able to catch it, outstretched over the shoulder, pulls it in, keeps his feet in mountain. Man, you're lucky. He almost pulled out of that tackle. It almost became a 98-yard play.
And Steve, to your point, Dimitri Morcell was on the play. He was on the scene, just unable to get to the football, and as Bucky pointed out, almost let him get away for the big run.
By 1st and 10 on the 38, we'll see a team Gaither can keep this momentum going. Quentin Williams lining up in the shotgun. Wheeler offset to the left. Drops back. Oh, he's under pressure right away. Gets the ball out of bounds. Number 75, Rasheed Lyles out of Southern, was in Williams' face at about 1 Mississippi.
Also in hot pursuit. Was that number 15 again? Was that Zarion Hayes? Or was that number 5? Nope, I take that back. That's number 5 on that play. Chasing him, Joshua Hayward.
No,
that was 15.
Oh, sorry.
Zarion Hayes.
That was Zarion Hayes.
Zarion Hayes all over the place. He's been doing it all week.
Well, me and these numbers are not getting along.
Yeah, the red numbers on these dark jerseys are a little hard to decipher from where we're sitting with Williams now on 2nd down and 10.
Hayes again.
He's under pressure.
Hayes again.
Hayes looks like he may have gotten the arm when he tried to dump it off to Wheeler.
Do we have that play again to be able to look at Hayes? Because he just makes a play.
Man, the great stutter move.
I mean, he just gets at it right
Explain
there.
Stutter move. Oh.
Look at that. Stutter and then go up around him. And that was number 58, Matthew Foster from Virginia State, trying to block him unsuccessfully.
Highly regarded offensive tackle.
Yeah, he was the 2022 CIAA Offensive Lineman of the Year.
All right, it's 3rd and 10, and the way this defensive line's been getting after it, we may see some action here. Quentin Williams lines up, hands it off to Wheeler, makes a nice run, a physical finish. Okay, guys, now it looks like it's about 4th and 1. Oh, we're seeing the punt team come out here. I thought Larry Scott.
Oh, Larry Scott's trying to win the game.
Larry
Scott is trying to win the game.
What did he tell his team at halftime? We came here to win the game.
Came to win the game.
So, okay, and remember, he's up 10.
Yeah, he came to win the game. He's over there looking at Team Robinson. He's like, hey, they can't move the football. We're not giving them points.
He's up 10. He doesn't have to press anything.
Oh, no.
All right, Cardozo Chicas here to punt again. Who is deep for Team Robinson? Again, hard to see these red numbers.
I'm seeing
on these green
22. 22 back deep for Team Robinson.
That's Ladarius Owens.
And that's
Ladarius Owens out of Texas Southern. Makes the catch with the defender in his face. All right, still 10-0 Team Gaither. The 3rd quarter's underway. We're going to be right back here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl from New Orleans.
Is your party ready?
New Orleans, as you're seeing the Superdome right there. But we're at Yulman Stadium on the campus of Tulane University for the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Steve White here with Bucky Brooks and Charles Davis. Team Gaither, made up of players from the MEAC and CIAA, was still with a 10-0 lead, 9:31 left in third quarter. Jaron Russell from Edward Waters leading Team Robinson back out onto the field. First down and 15 as the shade starts to take over this end of the field, and nothing doing for Team Robinson as they tried to run the ball. But Charles, that was Patrick Godbolt, who's been very impressive out of South Carolina State.
Really liked him. Yeah, really liked him this week, guys, in terms of watching what he did in one-on-ones and team drills. He's really built to be an edge rusher. Yeah. Right? He looks like a will linebacker. He's been playing edge rusher. He would go inside to the defensive tackle position in one-on-one drills and try and help out there. I like the young man's attitude, like his pursuit.
Great motor, non-stop player.
All right, Russell now at about a 2nd and 12 for Team Robinson. Takes the shotgun, rolls right.
Nothing.
Yeah, incomplete pass. Now, Bucky and Charles, I want you to look at this. They ran kind of an over-under post route, but it took forever to develop.
Bucky, it started out as a one-person route because, as Steve said, it took forever for the second guy to get involved.
It did take a long time. When we talk about it,
over here
no one.
and there is what you're supposed to get, but you really don't have it.
You don't have anything. And one of the things that we can talk about Team Gaither, they lined up and they practice a lot of man coverage. They've been playing sticky coverage, not giving up the old open throws, the easy windows. Really good job at this secondary.
All right, 3rd and 12. So for Godbolt, 43 off the right defensive end. Again, he's had a strong week. He's already there. He's making the pressure. He is all over Russell, but he does not finish the drill, but he's got plenty of help.
Sure did. He was the first guy there, and you see him going for the rip, Bucky, in the strip, trying to knock it out, and that allowed the quarterback to get a few more yards. But here he comes off the edge, and then he follows him right there. See him trying to rip? Doesn't get him, but right into the waiting arms of number 23, Manuel Smith.
Yeah, I just love the effort, the energy that he plays with, man. Just plays high motor.
Now, I don't advocate going for it here.
No.
I think
no, not the time now.
I think it's a good idea.
Charles?
I think I think this guy, maybe if you're playing in the Madden game where we saw a halftime with our champions, they might go for it and get it, but this is a little bit different.
All right, so we got a sideline return set up.
We got to find the ball. We're not going to have a return right here. John Huggins on the coverage. All right, guys, let's take a look at some of the package of Zarian Hayes, a D lineman for Team Robinson.
Take it, Bucky. Show them what they got.
15. Well, let's start out early in the week one. He was 4.62 on the 40 unofficial, but you've seen this quickness, the athleticism, the motor. This is a guy that's been disrupted from the beginning of the game. You love the dominance that he's displayed. Even though his team is behind, he has been a difference maker. He could come up with a critical turnover that flips this game. He's close.
Okay, Bucky, what I've seen out of him is he has a few clubs in his bag.
Oh, yeah.
I'm seeing a rip move, right? I saw the hands, the swipe, saw an over-under, saw a bull rush. See a little bit of everything from him today.
Oh, Quentin Williams threw the ball behind his wide receiver, Saeed Sidibe.
And boy, that's a competitive young man. I watched him in practice. He and Brandon Codrington got at it on Thursday, and we're going at it like you wouldn't believe. 3 straight throws, 3 straight catches by Sidibe. Codrington had something to say, and Sidibe did not back down.
And Sidibe from Virginia Union, we saw him actually in the Hall of Fame Black College Classic early in the season. He made some plays right there as Quentin Williams lines up on a 2nd and 10. The Howard University quarterback trying to get some offense going. Here comes the pressure. He gets it off. And that looks like number 11 for Team Robinson. Eric Smith, the speedster out of Florida A&M, who almost picked it. Bucky, was he lined up at safety? Because he's been playing corner and safety.
Yeah, he's been playing corner and safety. He's there at safety, right down the middle. Talk about that speed. It just looked like he didn't judge the ball. That was an interception waiting to happen for him.
Yeah, but that ball, Wemby would have to go up to that guy. Okay? So Eric Smith is not Wemby. But boy, is he athletically gifted.
He is athletically gifted. 4.3 speed, that is eye-catching.
All right, Quentin Williams takes the hot snap back at center. He's under pressure.
Here we go.
Do we know this man?
Rasheed Lyles Now, Rasheed Lyles, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're
Steve,
going to notice his jersey does not have the HBCU Legacy Bowl logo on it. I was told that when he got here today, it was a tad too small, so he is wearing a practice jersey. But he's showing up, guys.
And multiple number changes.
He is showing up, but that might have been an illegal tactic. That looked like a little bit of a stunt rebound.
That wasn't
a little
natural.
big.
That wasn't
it didn't
natural.
look like a natural.
It wasn't a natural game.
It kind of looked like he went outside and rebounded, and my guy was coming inside.
And remember, he came here on Tuesday. He was a late add to the roster. Wore 52 all week. Was listed as 34. Ends up with 75. But right now, he didn't care about the jersey. He just got a sack in the Legacy Bowl.
And remember, just kind of what you guys were talking about. We were talking about it earlier. Is on the return here. Looks like
we got you
out of Texas Southern. He can go to the left side of the field. Oh, a big hit. Saved Ladarius Owens, the first-team All-SWAC tailback out of Texas Southern, brings it back to midfield. That is the first exciting play that we have seen out of Team Robinson. Let's see if we can get this going. All right, team in the green. Team Robinson, let's get it going as you're down 10-0 to Team Gaither here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. The Jackson State Sonic boom of the South. Team Gaither up 10-0. But Charles, right before we went to the break, we saw the explosive play that could get Team Robinson going.
Yeah, Bucky, what's a punt returner's #1 responsibility after catching the football?
Made the first one miss.
And he did. Makes James Green miss in the open field. And for a team down 10-0 and having trouble with offense, this is how you get things going. You make a play. And Ladarius Owens does exactly that. Makes Green miss in the open field and then finds open space for himself for a big return and maybe kickstarting his offense.
All right, now let's head down to the field with Sherry Burris, who's with a very special guest, Charles.
Yes, I have linebacker, Hall of Famer Robert Brazile. We were jamming here to Jackson State Band. That was you. That was your school.
I get the thrill going up and down when I hear the boom turns Robert Brazile on.
So you going to an HBCU, just the importance of that in your football career.
I took it there. I took the boom with me. I took all of my HBCU things I have learned and catered to the NFL. We players that played in the HBCU school, we had something to prove. The time when I came out, it was all about the Alabamas, the Michigans, and all that. So when we went there,
we wanted to show what we were showcasing in our school.
Would that be a message that you would share then with these guys, that no matter where you went to school, HBCU should not be deterred as you try to take that step to the NFL?
That's the reason why I'm here. I want to show them that I walked on at Jackson State, and I walked all the way to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But I got my feet wet, and all the knowledge right here.
And how do you look at this as such a stepping stone that we are able to celebrate these young men in this Legacy Bowl?
I think these kids need to take advantage of it. And the kids that's out there that's not here need to be here, because you don't know who's watching, who's caring, and who's in need. If you got some talent, why not showcase it every time you get a chance? And this would be a perfect place to do it.
You're telling me you never missed a game in 10 years with the Oilers. What is the secret to having that much success on the field?
You know, I ask myself that because I look at my parents. They're both 9-1. And it's the love that they got between each other and the love I had for football. I carried that love with me all the way through it. I couldn't let myself down.
You can tell you love the game. I'm going to let you get back to dancing to Jackson State Band. We appreciate the time, Robert. Thank you.
Thank y'all for all the support, because we need people like you to help us. Thank you so much.
Steve?
Thanks so much, Sherry. Hey, Charles, why don't you tell the world who Dr. Doom played with while he was at Jackson State?
Who didn't he play with while he was at Jackson State? They were flat out loaded. You tell him about who his teammates were. All I'm going to tell you about Dr. Doom, Steve, is that Sherry just highlighted, didn't miss a game while he was out there. He was too mean, too nasty to be hurt.
He is one of the...
And if people were getting ready to play against him, if they're listed as questionable that week, they didn't come out and play. They knew Dr. Doom was on the other side.
Dr. Doom was good. And his teammates, while at Jackson State, take note, y'all, Jackie Slater, left tackle, Pro Football Hall of Fame, and Walter Sweetness Payton on one team.
And by the way, that team didn't go undefeated. Can you believe that? That team got beat. They had a 9-1 season. But the kicker to the whole thing about all of that is Matthew Slater, just retired New England Patriots, Jackie Slater's son.
Yes.
If you had people in the Hall of Fame for special teams, Matthew Slater would be a first ballot lock.
Ooh, absolutely. Ooh, the Steve Tasker fan club is about to blow you up, Charles.
No, I'm not saying that Steve wouldn't be in. I'm saying if there was one for special teamers, Matthew would be in, Steve would be in. You know, we'd be talking about those types of players.
Absolutely. Well, we just saw Devin Hester. He's going into the class in 2024. Well, kick off your weekdays with NFL Network and the crew on Good Morning Football. Football's favorite morning show breaks down every trending storyline in the NFL. Morning Football, weekdays at 7 Eastern, only on NFL Network. Well, while Sherry was interviewing Dr. Doom, Robert Brazil, we saw Team Robinson and Jeremy Musa go absolutely nowhere, 3 and out. Donovan Riddick from West Virginia State back in a quarterback for Team Gaither. Hands the ball off. It looks like the Darren Butts out of Hampton. Hey, this little dude had people talking. He has got some speed and he's got some pop, as we saw the physicality that he just ran with.
Yeah, we've seen the league make a move where we're seeing more of those smaller, quicker guys have an opportunity making plays. He has to give us an explosive play to kind of open up our eyes, but he certainly was impressive throughout the course of the week.
Yeah, Butts 5'9", 186, Charles.
Think about it, guys. When we played football, the game was played relatively between the hash marks.
Right.
All right. Nowadays, every bit of this field is utilized, so guys like Darren Butts find a way to play and get on the field and have an impact.
Okay, Butts moves the ball about 2 yards forward, now 3rd and 5 for Team Gaithers. They've kept it on the ground. Let's see if they give Riddick an opportunity now. The first team All-Mountain East quarterback from West Virginia State. A chance to put the ball in the air.
If I'm Team Gaither and I'm looking at this offensive line they've got out here right now, all right, you've got Tyreek Stewart, 71 at right tackle.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I run behind him if I'm going to run the football.
And here's a 2-minute warning. You're hearing the whistles blow, and we're getting ready to explain again the 2-minute rules when we come back. As Team Gaither leads 10-0 and trying to put some points on the board here in the second half at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl from Tulane Stadium here in New Orleans.
Celebrating 90 years of excellence, the Sugar Bowl is one of college football's most enduring traditions. And for nearly a century, the Sugar Bowl delivers for New Orleans, for Louisiana, for the region. And next season, the national spotlight shines on New Orleans yet again as the All-State Sugar Bowl leads a new era of the college football playoff. It's a playoff quarterfinal at the 91st All-State Sugar Bowl, New Year's Day 2025 in New Orleans. And that's as sweet as it gets.
and we see a lot of these students get internships and jobs on the spot.
Yeah, it was great. 57 schools represented, over 100 companies there, handing out jobs and internships. Just a great experience, not only for the student athletes that we're seeing on the field, but just the HBCU students who had an opportunity to sit down and really put themselves out there for a job interview.
I believe 14 teams from the NFL were on hand, offering out potential job possibilities, as well as the NFL and the NFL Network. So well done by the organizers of the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl, as you see Team Gaither advance the ball and get a first down on that play.
And guys, you talk about the job fair. A lot of these young men are doing a great job trying to put themselves out there for employment, utilizing the job fair and their own resources. Lawrence Richardson from Morgan State, the running back, the linebacker, he's been a spokesmodel for Under Armour Athletics for the past year. The Green brothers, internships with Deloitte Touche, have opportunities to have jobs if they don't play pro football.
Oh, wow, and we just saw the guy we talked about, Zarion Hayes, with the strip sack.
It was just a matter of time.
Donovan Riddick.
Listen, you got to pick an MVP.
Oh, no, that was Lubert Dinellis.
Dinellis. Oh,
the two-time SIAC Player of the Year out of Benedict College, and who's had a huge week. Boy, Dinellis, that's a great play.
That's a very
Hey, yo, Dinellis right there? Hey, he going to the league for sure.
Yeah, a little hesitant.
He's going to the league for sure.
He already transitioned to the National
He's
Football League.
definitely going to the league.
Attack the ball more so.
He's
than
going to the league
The
for
turnover
sure.
is everything.
He's out of here.
Okay, we have a minute 46 left in the third quarter, but let's send it down to Sherry Burris.
Well, guys, as we see Dinellis succeeding here in football, he actually started playing football or soccer before falling in love with American football, and he actually grew up in Haiti, moving to the States after that devastating earthquake in January 2010. He actually didn't start playing football until the 7th grade. Said it didn't go so well. He wasn't used to the contact and the equipment, and he wore the number 52 because of his idol, Ray Lewis. But as we see him here now, clearly he's gotten the hang of this football thing.
Yeah, well said, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry, as we get ready to throw this football around, what position did he play in football?
What position did he play?
Did he play in football, in soccer?
Yeah, you know, I don't know. Charles,
I mean, I'm looking at this size, and I'm trying to envision
what
him.
Position, you know, maybe goalie, because he'd probably fill up more space. But you got to imagine not all that equipment. He's running so fast. We see that translate. But it's pretty spectacular that he's able to translate his love of soccer from Haiti and being here now in New Orleans. He actually speaks French Creole, is what I read.
Yeah, that's a great story. You know, I can actually see him because of the footwork, Bucky.
Yeah.
I see him dribbling, and can you imagine him on a breakaway? Can you imagine the goalie's eyes?
Well, yeah, can you imagine trying to like sled him and knock him off his blockers?
You're not slide tackling and knocking him off the ball.
No, you can't knock him around.
No.
Well, Dinellis, like a lot of players, a multi-sport athlete, also a 3.9 student, a high academic guy. It is now about 3rd and 6 as Jeremy Musa is trying desperately to get Team Robinson on the board before the end of the third quarter. Fakes the handoff. Oh, well-designed screenplay.
And they are flying to the ball.
Flying to the football.
Wow, Marcus Riley caught the ball.
So I see a 2. I see a 4. I see a 5. So it's 21. Jamison Boyd was there. I saw number 5 on that
Dylan
one.
Morris out of Fayetteville State was in the mix.
And I saw 2, Amari Hill Robinson. All 3 of them got a piece of that play. And by the way, I got a 3.9 in college.
So here we go,
divided
Charles.
by 4 years.
Okay, show off. All right, 4th down. We're seeing Coach Shennisberry go for it. A big throw by Moose. A little underthrown, and it is just a little too short.
It's the right call, though, by Coach Berry. Got to go for it there. Yeah, you don't have a lot of opportunities left, Bucky.
No, they don't. Clock is working against them. Had perfect prime field position at the turnover, couldn't cash in.
And this is one that should have been a first down.
Yeah, Lyndon Rash out of Grambling couldn't get it, but he was there.
Ball died on him at the end. Lyndon Rash, I wish him luck getting back to that one. That one just died at his feet.
But here's another reason why you go for it on 4th down. We talked about the 2-minute warning rules. The team on defense gets the ball to start the next quarter. So now there's 34 seconds left for Team Gaither to try to get something going. Otherwise, the ball comes back to Team Robinson.
Well, if I'm Larry Scott, I may punt this thing on 3rd down.
When's the last time you saw a quick kick?
Right.
Oh, big handoff to Ian Wheeler, man. Wheeler has shown tremendous toughness. He runs off the left tackle right there. I'm sorry. That was Sidney Gibbs out of Shaw.
And he is a tough guy. Talked to him in practice. He's had a shoulder issue all year long and has played through it.
Well, I mean, he delivered a blow right there. One of the few opportunities he had to carry the ball. 10 seconds left in the quarter.
I like that Bucky. Quick.
Oh, we'd have punted.
Place appeal position.
Yeah, we punted.
Okay, Riddick is about to take the snap.
Nicely done.
Handsball off of Gibbs. Man, what a physical tackle.
Man, this that man again.
That's a nice tandem play right there. Looked like Jaron Wilson, 35, was one of them.
All right, as we're going to come back in the fourth quarter here at the Alton HBCU Legacy Bowl. Team Gaither up 10-0. And Team Robinson getting ready to try to finally get on the board. We'll be right back from the beautiful city of New Orleans.
Lowe's knows you don't just
Whoa.
Going.
It's not fair.
Fourth quarter.
I'd like to see him make a few individual plays right now. You know, he doesn't have the team around him that you have on Team Gaither, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see him make a few individual plays that show me that quarterback that lifts things.
Well, yeah, because you talk about elevate. You know, the best quarterbacks are able to elevate their teammates. They may not always have the strongest team, but they find a way to get it done. Just look at Pat Mahomes and what he was able to do with that offense. We want to see some of that flash for Jeremy Moose, a guy that was highly regarded. We want to see some of that play out of the Legacy Bowl.
All right, let's send it down to Sherry with more on Jeremy Musa.
Well, Steve, talking about his football journey, we talked about it, 4 different college programs, and he said it wasn't an easy road for sure, but asking him how that helped him overcome adversity, he told me there's been a lot of hardships in his career, but that's made him into the player he is today and allows him to have even a deeper understanding of multiple offenses, which allows him to absorb a new playbook quickly. And one of the takeaways building off of that this week, he said he wants to show he can process information quickly. And that's the kind of showing that he's hoping to have out here today, guys.
All right, well, thanks so much, Yuri, as he threw an incompletion, almost a near pick, one of a handful of near picks. It's 3rd and 9, and like you said,
but that's Malcolm McGee who almost came up with it. Did you notice what he did after he dropped the interception?
Push-ups. Got to do those push-ups.
If you drop an interception as a DB, you usually have to do push-ups.
Musa letting it rip. He underthrows the ball intended for Lyndon Rash out of Grambling, but the fact that he had to slow up and there was contact, it's like it led to the flag.
Steve, I think the best thing that happened on that play was he did underthrow it. Because that allowed the contact.
Yes. Defense, number 22.
I think if he throws that
ball
out there,
placed at the spot of the foul,
it's a pick.
Automatic first down.
Underthrowing it actually got him a penalty. He didn't try to underthrow it, but it worked out better for them.
Guys, one of the things people were telling me about Musa is like he's got the great arm, and sometimes he falls in love with it too much, right? The feet don't match up with the arm. He doesn't drive it like maybe there. We've seen some underthrows. We've seen the ball sail a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see him a little more detailed in terms of like some urgency in his play. He's a little nonchalant when it comes to delivering the ball.
All right, Musa with the play action. He rips it right there.
Now that's the throw. That's the throw we've been waiting on.
Marcus Riley out of Florida A&M.
Notice who the receiver was.
Yeah.
So the best timing throw we've seen of the day, teammates in college. Won a black national championship this year. Right? RPO play, and Bucky rips it with a teammate he knows is going to be there, so there was confidence in throwing that football. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch.
Yeah, Javion Morton was all over.
I mean, he put that one on it.
That was a beautiful throw. That's the arm talent we're talking about. He put everything together. So now, Team Robinson driving 1st and 10 from the 32. Musa stepping up in the pocket. He gets down safely for a gain of about 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm. Smart. Now, so this is some of the stuff that we want to see. The playmaking. It's okay to be able to manage the game, but can you make plays when your team needs it? When it gets outside of structure, can you do that? That was a nice 5-yard pickup.
And so you're ahead of the sticks now. 2nd and 5, your playbook's open, right? Quarterback just made back-to-back plays for you. Rips a throw. 5-yard pickup, which is exactly what you're going to get out of him. He's not going to break any big runs for you, but now you're ahead of schedule on offense. Let's see what you come back with now, see if you can get another good throw in.
Beautiful ball down the left sideline. Tough play to catch. Great coverage on that play by Brandon Codrington.
Bucky, but don't
we've been talking about mainly in the return game out of North Carolina Central.
Bucky, you can't start the route that close to the line.
No, you got to understand that this is the tough thing for college receivers transition to the National Football League. Understanding space and the dimensions on the field. You can't run your press release right along the boundary. You don't give your quarterback any margin for error when it comes to delivering the ball.
And Marcus Riley out of Florida A&M, who just had the connection with, was the intended receiver. But, you know, tough play to make, and Codrington was all over him. Okay, Musa on 3rd and 6. Oh, he's under pressure. Still makes the completion.
It's a first down. And if you're in number 5, it's a touchdown.
To Lyndon Rash out of Grambling, and you are playing.
That's right, because pro rules, if you don't touch him down.
Did not touch him down.
A heads-up play, and Musa.
Hey, there we go.
Tremendous pressure, and Lyndon Rash out of Grambling State makes the great catch to get Team Robinson on the scoreboard finally.
Asked for him to do something that was unfair. Make more plays than maybe what your team's talent. Jeremy Musa did it on that drive, in my humble opinion. And he finished it off, taking a hit, delivering. Players don't understand.
Oh, yeah, they don't understand the rules. Yeah, that's a touchdown.
That's touchdown. You got a defensive back signal and no catch. You're not the official.
Yeah, you got to touch him down.
You got to make the play. Well done by Lyndon Rash getting up and scoring. But Jeremy Musa, Bucky, his best drive of the game, and to me, everything we asked him to do on that.
And so now he's going to be in a position to maybe swipe the MVP award if he can get his defense to get a stop. Leads him down, lead him to a victory.
And Tom Piccirillo, this is an important PAT attempt, and he misses it wide left. Here comes Benedict College, misses it wide left after the press and drive. Let's take another look at the touchdown. Musa under pressure from Noah Washington. Rash says, you never touch me. I'm taking it to the house. We got a game. 10-6. Team Gaither over Team Robinson here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. We're going to be right back.
Tired of yada yada like exploding bells?
Hey, I'm done with this yada yada.
I'll get the paperwork.
Don't take yada yada from your wireless provider. At Metro, there's no contracts, no exploding bills, and nada yada yada.
So what is the next big thing? Well, Galaxy believes the next big thing is you.
Me?
Yes, look at you. You're open to experiment. You open your heart.
I have a play this weekend.
And with the power of Galaxy AI, you'll open even more possibilities. And open your imagination. We're putting all that power in your hands. The next big thing is you.
What you're looking at is the all-new Marcos Pizzoli. 4 cheesy, melty, fully loaded varieties baked in fresh dough to golden perfection. You can stop staring now.
My bad. Yeah, London Rash, the one that scored it. I like it. Shout out to London Rash from Gremlin. Listen, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm a huge fan of Gremlin. I'm a huge fan of Gremlin. Shout out to those that made me an honorary member of the Graham family. I like it and I appreciate that. I'm definitely going to Gremlin State's homecoming this year. That's definitely that's on the top of the list when it comes to vacationing. Gremlin State's homecoming is definitely on top of the list. Second, because I'm definitely going out the country this year. It's out the country. Then it's great. Like it's top of the, it's out the country, and then Grambling State's homecoming. Like that's like top 2 for me this year. It's top 2.
Did it and got it done. That's the way to play moment of the game, highlighting a play which shows the proper way to play football. Congratulations, Lyndon Rash, for understanding the transition from college to the NFL and being ready for the moment.
Yeah, we talk about understanding situations, awareness, new rules, being able to take advantage of those.
We see the run here. Quentin Williams at Howard University hands the ball off. That looks like Butts again. The running back out of Hampton, number 3, the speedster. But a big-time tackle by that man again, Isaiah Major, the linebacker out of Florida A&M. Guys, he is everywhere.
He is everywhere. Look, fantastic player. We knew he had a nose for the ball. And the thing is, in practice this week, they weren't going live, but he was always around it. You've seen him take his game up a notch on game day.
Only way to neutralize him, get some size on him.
Right.
But that's hard to do because he is a space player, quick, run chase, and he makes plays with his pads, get people on the ground.
All right, 3rd and 2 on the 33. A low snap from Williams, hands it off.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's Colton Adams.
Bubba's in the hole.
Colton Adams out of Alabama State, Bucky. You've been loving on him all week.
Look, he's a good player. Played for Eddie Robinson, not the late, great Eddie Robinson at Grambling, but Eddie Robinson played for a long time in the National Football League. Loves this kid.
Look at that
right here, downhill.
Look at that defensive front, Buck.
Boom. They
Hey,
control
Mr.
it,
Jackson,
gave him a free
you
run
is so
into the
right,
hole,
bro.
Made a great
Grambling State
one-on-one
had
play.
an amazing
And now,
recruiting class
Jeremy
this year.
Musa will have an opportunity
And
to
the
lead
short
this
amount of
team
time
back
that he
to
had,
take the lead.
Charles,
his
real quick, if
recruiting
you can watch
class
his play
is
again, his teammate, Andrew
definitely,
Ogletree, number
real
44,
great
reset the
recruiting
line of scrimmage.
And it looked like
allowed
he
Adams to make the
building
play.
for
So we
the
were
next
showing
2-3
that defensive
years.
front controlled things, which allowed, as
Grambling
Bucky
State was
said,
really good.
for Colton Adams to
Definitely
come
like it.
downhill without anyone occupying him. So he's right in the gap and able to make the play. And you pointed it out, Steve. Andrew Ogletree, number 44. Big Andrew Ogletree. Help create that space.
Ladarius Owens, a running back from Texas Southern, who set things up last quarter with a big punt return.
Go get it. Go
He's
get it.
back for here. He's signaling his teammates off for the short punt. And it's taking another friendly team Gaither roll. Stop it right around the 18-yard line.
They used to make you go get that one, Bucky. They used to make you go get it. Now, coaches, just stay away from it. We want the next step to be on offense with no errors.
All those offensive coaches just changing the ball game, Charles. Well, this week on NFL Total Access, catch the latest news from around the league and all the key insights and analysis heading into the NFL Scouting Combine. NFL Total Access weeknights live on NFL Network. All right, the score is 10-6 on the last drive. Team Robinson finally got on the board behind Jeremy Musa, who looked really good through some on-time plays. The Florida A&M quarterback, though, starts this drive with a handoff. It looks like to Ladarius Owens. Oh, what a nice run off left tackle.
It's amazing what a little touchdown will do. Different energy from this team.
It's actually Ja'Cory Howard, also of Texas Southern, like Owens.
Yes.
Did you see him break the watch as he breaks the tackle here? This is what helps make the play. Gets good blocking, but watch early. Slips out of that tackle. and now that allowed the blocking to form, and then he dropped some pads.
You need a little violence. Need a little violence to finish it.
All right, Sherry Burris, what do you got for us?
Steve, I am joined now by Shanika Dabney Henderson and her adorable son Creed here with us. Shanika, though, is a chairperson of the Legacy Bowl and VP production of Saints and Pelicans. You guys really taking care of these student athletes, not just the athlete side, but the student side, the biggest HBCU career fair. Why was it important for you to also nurture that side of this?
So, I think when Doug Williams and James Shaq Harris came up with the concept of the Legacy Bowl, they know not every player, no matter how great they are, is going to make it into the NFL. So you have to really nurture that student side of it to make sure they're set up for success no matter what. And the career fair is really an extension of that. So if you're not a student athlete, you still have an opportunity to get a job. We had over 100 companies at the career fair, 13 NFL teams, and the NFL was there. 30 students got job offers yesterday from one company alone. So this is a big deal. This is a great opportunity for HBCU students from all across the country.
And so we are seeing, as you said, that direct impact even in just the last 48 hours. But they also got to have a little fun, get out there at the community, explore New Orleans. What did the guys get to do, and why was that important to have them also experience that?
Yeah, every year that we've had the Legacy Bowl here, we have made community a part of it. The Saints Community Relations Director, Alicia Broussard-Sheridan, does a great job of plugging the Legacy Bowl athletes into something happening in the city. And this year they worked on a home rebuilding project, which was amazing. And then we got them down to B. Mike Studios, which B. Mike is a famous muralist here in New Orleans. They got to see his work up close and personal. And just having that touch point, I think, helps this experience resonate with them on a different level. Like, they're going to remember the game, but they're also just going to remember all of the amazing things they did while they were here.
And Creed is very much also enjoying this. I mean, when you think about it, though, he's getting the impact and experience of seeing this too himself as he grows up.
Yeah, I watched him watching the halftime show, and I saw HBCU culture getting soaked into him. And that's what this is all about. We have people who are alumni who graduated from an HBCU
Jackson,
20 years
now
ago,
listen,
and we have
I
little
just
Creeds who are here.
appreciate,
And this is hitting them all in a different way, but in such a beautiful way. It's like a family reunion, really, for a lot of people. I didn't go to an HBCU, but I have such an appreciation for the culture.
Even though
my family went there,
it don't
and I know
necessarily
what it means.
get a lot of
I know how
views,
important
I don't really do it for
HBCUs
the
are to the
views.
fabric of
I really
everything
just
that we
do
do.
it for
So
the,
I
for
love
the
that we
kids that's
have
going
the
to these
Creeds
schools
here who's hamming it
and
up,
making sure that their name get out there.
and that we
I think
create
that's
this
really the most
environment where
important
people
thing.
can come and
The
see
most
each other, and
important
I just
thing
want
is
this to
to
continue
make
to
sure
grow
that their
and
names
thrive,
get out
and as a
there.
New
bro.
Orleanian to have it
Because
here and
I
to
know
host
that
it, and for Ms.
they
Benson
probably
to
won't
invest
get
in
it
this
from
in the way
nowhere
that she
else.
has, it's
So
I
think
can't say
it's
enough
really
about
just
it.
We
my
appreciate so much, Shanika. And you, Steve, too, being a HBCU Howard guy. I know you know all about that.
Oh, I know all about that, and we love Shanika. She's a former colleague of ours at
The
NFL
HBCU
Network.
culture
And I
is
can tell
our
that she
culture
has
for
had
real.
Creed down in Frenchman
And
Street,
we have to make
hamming
sure
it up
we do
with some
everything
of the
in our
bands
power
down
to make
there.
sure that
All right, we're going to be back with
HBCU football
6:25
is
left here
popping,
at the All-State
whether
HBCU Legacy Bowl. The score
no
10-6.
matter
Hi, Creed.
if Coach
Join
Prime
us
is here or
later,
not,
buddy.
because
What happened to my
regardless
job
of,
application?
and nobody want to admit it or not, but Coach Prime is the reason why, HBCU football was, the hot topic or whatever, right? And when Coach Prime left, it just seemed like you saw who was here and you saw who left to leave with Coach Prime in Colorado. You know what I'm saying? And you know that it's been a big difference and a big shift as to who watches HBCU football. So I think it's just a responsibility to just get these guys' names out there, because a lot of times you won't really see that. You won't see too many people just the main thing for HBCU football in schools is his promotion. Like, promotion is a big part of just anything, period. Like, promotion is going to get your name out there. Like, the more you promote yourself, the more people are going to start to pay attention. And honestly, I feel like there's not enough schools that put themselves out there. Like, Texas Southern just got themselves a new coach, even though they waited almost 2.5 months to name the coach after they fired the coach during Thanksgiving. Like, they didn't name their coach until late January. And, National Signing Day was a few weeks after that. You know what I'm saying? FAMU didn't announce their coach until weeks after until weeks before National Signing Day. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's just our responsibility to just get these guys' names out there because not a lot of people is going to do it, and I don't think a lot of people care, really. A lot of people really don't care, and even though Coach Prime did put the blueprint out there when it came to promoting HBCU football, I don't think too many people or too many schools are taking that approach. And I think that's an issue. That's a real big issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you don't have to necessarily be Coach Prime to promote your school, but you have to promote, bro. You got to promote
see John pass protect
the football program. You got to promote it.
I did.
It's all about promotion.
From Howard University, Team Gaither throws his teammate. And gets the first down. Brennan Brown from Howard University had a good week catching balls this week.
And Nigel Fitzgerald, who was a wide receiver turned tight end from Fayetteville State, turned out he couldn't play today. So Brendan Brown ends up getting all the reps at tight end, and he is making the most of it this afternoon.
Yeah, second time we see him catch a ball in the flat like that. Nice display of athleticism with the leap over the top.
We saw him throw a nice block earlier in the game as well. And to kind of develop an edge for the running back is Team Gaither now is a first down, and Quentin Williams under center. And he gets the ball to Ian Wheeler, another Howard University player, but he gets stung by number 24 on defense. Wow, that was a big hit right there by Tyler Judson of Southern University.
Bucky, did you see it on Brendan Brown coming down the line of scrimmage on the wham? He's about a half step slow, and Ian Wheeler had to push him in the back to make him
slow
a
down
blocker
the timing.
because the timing was off. If he's there a half step ahead of time, that play has a chance to break a little bit bigger.
There we go. Aeneas Williams, a Black College Football Hall of Famer, a Pro Football Hall of Famer, a great ambassador for Black College football as well. Southern University star, eight-time Pro Bowler. Williams drops back, steps up in the pocket. He's got a receiver open. Oh,
that should be PI.
No, here it comes.
Yep, here comes the late flag on Isaac Peppers out of Jackson State. Thought he made a big-time play on the pass intended for Hinckley, from Fakishian Hinckley out of.
Was it P.I. Bucky because he wasn't locating the football? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't locating the football.
Why.
And a lot of times it's tough for defensive backs because the ball is underthrown, but they have their eyes fixated on the receiver. Can't see the ball underthrown.
Defense number 8. That penalty is enforced at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
5 and 3 equals 8, 53.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're there.
That's where we are. It's a linebacker.
Inside linebacker,
running the chase.
Show the
behind on the deal, and he just tries to get a hand up, and as Bucky described, runs into the receiver before the ball gets there.
All right, Quentin Williams running the offense. Remember, Davius Richard, the two-time MEAC Player of the Year from North Carolina Central, started the game, led a touchdown on the opening drive, and was taken to the hospital with a leg injury.
There we go.
Shane Hinckley runs into his own man, but he sets up a little space so he gets finished off. But Hinckley out of Bowie State on the reverse toss with a nice pickup for Team Gaither. They have got the offense rolling.
Watch coming to your right. Travion Pratt, right there. The wide receiver, he came from outside in and helped set up a little extra room with his screen off there to give Keyshawn Hinckley more running opportunities.
Yeah, and Isaac Peppers, who got called for that DPI, got a little bit of get back. Now, it was 9 yards down the field.
But still, he was itching to smack someone after that call against him.
All right, we got a 2nd and 1 on the 33-yard line for Team Gaither. Quentin Williams, 2nd and 1. Is this a shot play right here, guys? Well, guess not. Ian Wheeler with the handoff, cuts it outside. Doesn't like what he sees inside. Boy, Wheeler has shown some just power, some flexibility, great vision.
Yeah, great vision. He's been able to scoot to the outside. Physical runner. Really good in the return game, and you can see some of the contact balance here. We see it gets to the corner, good little stiff arm, but then watch. Even at the end of the thing, he doesn't get, at the end of the run, he doesn't get knocked off his fans. Really good balance.
And I know Sherry talked to him. Ian Wheeler has been accepted to Howard University's medical school.
Yes,
wow.
Said he wants to get into psychiatry. He's got a real focus on mental health and how it's affecting people, and that's where he wants to go. That's what his passion is. He's going to be very, very successful young man. Walked on at Howard, became a big-time player, one of the top kick returners in the country, catches it out of the backfield, and as we're noticing tonight, can scoot a little when it's handed to him.
Yep, first down, Wheeler on the run again. He gets jammed up right out of the gate, breaks a tackle, gets back to about the line of scrimmage, but there is that man again, Zarion Hayes. No, that was Lubert Dinellis again. Sorry, people with the numbers, hard to read, those red numbers. But Lubert Dinellis has made a couple plays after a great week of practice. Oh, man,
and that's what you expect him to make. The last 2 years, he's had at least 10 sacks and over 18 tackles for loss in each of those seasons. Just continues to show up as a disruptive playmaker at the point of attack.
All right, so now we have 2nd 11. Team Gaither tries to get some more points on the board. Quentin Williams in a quarterback. Oh, he is under pressure right away. Gets the ball off, but the pressure.
Did you notice how he made the move and then he slipped when he went to throw the football? Because he made the move and got out of harm's way, and it looked like he cleared a throwing lane for himself, guys. But at the end of the play, his legs splayed out from under him, and he could get nothing on the ball.
Yeah,
Watch.
he's upset.
Here's the move. Now he's open. See everything bent at the end? He had no chance getting any power on the football when his legs buckled underneath him.
Okay, I want you guys just to pay attention to the end of the line. 71 Tariq Street, and it looks like 35 from Everett Waters. There's a little battle that is going to get a little testy here in the All-Star game. I'm just saying, I feel it's getting a little spicy between those two.
There you are, right there.
Oh, and he got off the edge quickly. He's got Williams on the move. He throws it to Ian Wheeler, who makes a great catch, fights for close to first down yard. It looks like he's going to be about 2 yards short.
So there's
we have a flag down, and you called it, Bucky. You called it.
Because Wilson won on the first move, and then Stewart was trying to recover. I wonder if they got him for grabbing as he tried to ride it past the quarterback.
Got to keep his emotions in check.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 71 and defense number 35.
Well, you nailed that one,
offset. The result of the play, 4th down.
Okay, so the play stays. Didn't cost him anything.
Cost him a down,
but you can
though.
see it. No,
they just said 4th down.
Bucky, you spied that one down like a principal seeing trouble in the schoolyard.
You can just see it.
You can see it coming.
Joe Clark. You can just see it. Joe Clark, lean on me. You can just see it. You can see
here it is right here. You see at the back end of the play.
Hey, Alonzo, that's fact.
And the gains a gain by him.
That's fact, Alonzo.
Okay.
Hey, I agree with you. I'm just talking about in general. I definitely agree that Jackson State definitely does promote themselves. I definitely agree with that.
So the play spread is for now. This is what you talked about. The missed PAT after Robinson's
Jackson State.
Now sets up a chance for them
Jackson
to
State does do a great job of
we got a
promoting
timeout here,
themselves.
so we're going to be back for a big finish here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl from New Orleans right after this break.
I'm just talking about, like, if we're going to put in terms of collection of promotion, that I know that Jackson State does a great job of promotion. I think Alcorn State does a decent job. FAMU does a real good job of promoting. If we're talking about, like, as a collection, I'm talking about in terms of a collection, I think it's a poor job, and I think it needs to be done better. But in terms of individually, Jackson State does well. FAMU does very well. Alcorn State does a decent job at that. Fairview A&M does a good job at it. I've seen Howard do a few things. Howard does do a good job of doing that. Livingstone, my alma mater, Livingstone does a decent job of doing that. Let me see who else. Tuskegee does a good job as well. Love is Love 87. Yeah. Hey, listen. Let me tell you something. Yeah, like, I think the quarterback position needs to be that one position that's dominant. And I think when that becomes a dominating factor, that the quarterback position is dominant in HBCU football, then I think it'll get the attention that it deserves. And, like, that's the fact, though. Because when Shedeur Sanders was at Jackson State and he was dominating, there was a lot of attention. David Richards being at Central, it was really good. Jeremy Musa at FAMU, it was definitely getting the attention. So, yeah, I think if the quarterback position is at, is where it's supposed to be, then they will get the attention. Because at the end of the day, the quarterback is going to be that position that sell the tickets. They're the ones that sell the tickets.
3:03 left here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. You're seeing the Jackson State Sonic Boom of the South keeping the energy up as we're trying to see
shout out to
now
1400 Club. Shout out to the Tiger Talk. Yeah, Jackson State does do. We're going to talk about who does the best job. Yeah, Jackson State does do the best job.
The offensive back on the field with his tailback from Howard, Ian Wheeler.
We'll agree with that.
In the backfield with him. So this is a big play, but the 4-point lead probably led to this decision.
Buck, what you calling here, Bucky?
I'm putting the ball in the best player. I'm putting it in Wheeler's hands.
You gonna swing it to him or pitch it to him?
I think we hand it to him. Double checking. Okay, what we got?
I think they're gonna try and get Williams out here, a little run pass option somewhere.
Well, how long is the play clock? We gotta get it off.
2 seconds. Had to call timeout.
What are we doing?
All right, so they called a timeout here. They tried to get the defense to jump. Now, as you're seeing Larry Scott from Howard University, co-head coach here for Team Gaither.
And now it looks like the field goal kicker might be going out there.
Oh, man. Whoa.
Wait, do we have a flag down?
Delay a game.
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, listen, Ethan Terrell. I think he's going to be a monster at Jackson.
Before time.
I really love Ethan Terrell.
You know what? That's the rule.
Y'all seen I did some highlight tape on him? Yeah, Ethan Terrell looks really good. He looks really good. Hopefully he stays at Jackson State all 3 or 4 years, however long he does. But yeah, Ethan Terrell looks very good.
Add 7.
So we didn't
He's a
want
very
to
good
kick
quarterback.
But guess what, folks?
Very.
Then we got to kick it from
it's going to be a 45-yard kick. You're approaching the limits of what we're talking about here. But his long in 2022 was 43. His long in 2023 was 47. So you're right there at the outer range for Adrian Olivo.
He did win the award, though.
Yeah, he was the best kicker of the year. But I'm talking about length now, the distance. It's right out there.
Oh, that's for us right there.
Oh, he missed
Did he get it?
No. And that's that's another thing.
So
the kicking in HBCU football has to be better.
Penalty.
It has to be better.
Back-to-back timeout call that led
this ridiculous. Like I think it's ridiculous the amount of kicks that are missed.
Yeah, but I'm just saying when it's wide left like that, wide
it's ridiculous.
Right, when you're the limits of where you are,
the kicking has to be better. The quarterback play has to be better.
He's a
dart thrower. You need big time offensive linemen. And I think when that is included,
as a dart thrower, okay, Team Robinson. You have 2 minutes and 58
I think
seconds. Jeremy Musa, the SWAC
that
Offensive Player of the Year.
I think
the Deacon Jones
HBCU football will be more respected.
Has an opportunity to be the hero here.
All right. Let's go back to our open. We talked about him having an opportunity to steal the show.
He can steal
his opportunity to steal the show.
He can have a Sugar Ray Leonard moment right now. Still the end of a round.
I stole the fight. I stole the early round.
And he gets a bad snap right here.
Oh, we got a
wide open.
And he is open, almost picked off as the ball hung in the air as he tried to get the ball to Marcus Riley, his teammate from Florida A&M, breaking it up on the play. And you're seeing him frustrated right there as Jamison Boyd out of Shaw.
Watch Riley become a defensive back.
Oh, that's a fantastic play by Riley. Great point, Charles.
Yeah.
Boy, if Musa could have just let that rip, and we have seen the arm talent. He has got the ability to get that ball out there. Riley could have had a chance. But they've got plenty of time. They don't have to take a hero shot. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left. Now 2nd and 10. That play clock is winded down. They've got to get this play off. We're seeing Musa. The handoff to Ladarius Owens, bounces it out left.
Team Robinson scored, man. I want this to be a good.
Is that Jordan Tolles coming up?
Good game going down the wire.
Play, running him down.
Wow, Jordan Tolles, guys, we've seen him play in the box safety and as a free safety. He's in the box right here. Buck What do you see?
Right on the edge defender keeps his shoulders square, but he doesn't allow the ball to get outside. He's responsible for contain, didn't allow him to win. That's a great one-on-one tackle.
Hey, guys, we've seen that type of position, the outside linebacker responsibilities with the big nickel safety like Foles just played, become a major spot in the NFL.
I mean, you just look at his size. He has a lot of things that you look for.
All right, so now 3rd and 9 by Moose. He drops back. He's under pressure.
That's the kick.
That's it.
Did that get kicked? Did that get caught?
I think they caught it.
I think they caught it.
Couple things. So we got a penalty. Oh, man.
Because it looked like Godbolt with the pressure off the right defensive end.
Did Jablonski Green come up with that?
He did come up with it. We got a penalty on the side, a little offsides.
A lot of big plays negated today.
Defense, number 43, 5-yard penalty.
Yep, so Godbolt, who got the pressure, it looks like he got the arm deflection, was the player called for lining up offsides.
So that's Godbolt right
early.
there.
Yep.
But watch in the center. As the ball pops up, he got it on the bounce.
Fumble.
He got on the one hopper. Good hands by Jablonski Green, but
we've seen good hands by Jablonski Green today.
He's had a heck of a day.
Down.
If that had been a fumble, it was his.
All right, so 3rd and 4.
Here we go, money down.
Musa gets a little extra yardage from the penalty.
2-minute warning, guys.
2-minute warning. So Jeremy Moose is going to get a chance to get this offense for Team Robinson together and see if they can take the lead. So we're going to be back for the final 2 minutes of the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl right after the break from down here in New Orleans.
Thank you for watching the 2024 All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Fresh dough made daily, topped with our signature sauce. 3 real cheeses, classic pepperoni, plus crispy cupped Old World pepperoni. Pure pepperoni perfection for just $9.99, but for a limited time only.
To advance the future of golf, PGA of America chose T-Mobile for Business. With a 5G-powered innovation hub to analyze player performance and expand coaching tools. Take your business further with America's largest 5G network.
Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price.
You want the lowest price. Did you say lowest or lowest price? It's basically the...
That was one of those ones where you're just hoping to catch everybody upfield and run past them.
And also, as an offense coordinator, you know you have 2 downs to get this. So let's see if we can spring a leak. Good play inside.
But now they're going hurry up. Musa trying to get his offense together. This is the play of the game for Team Robinson.
Where is Marcus Riley? That's your guy.
He pumped to Riley. And now he's under pressure. Gets the ball out, but is incomplete.
And who was back there again on the pass rush? Was Green back there?
It looked like Jablonski Green.
But I think he had some help. I don't think he was alone on it back there.
Was it Gerald Simpson? Oh, number 94. Oh, that's Pillow Smiley.
Biggest play of the game for Pillow Smiley.
That was
Virginia State.
And once again, in the coverage, man, the coverage in the back end was great. To try to run a simple slant drag combination, slant flat combination on the outside. Everyone was stonewall. Jeremy Musa had nowhere to go with the football.
Really wanted his teammate, though, right? In a play like that, you got to go to the guy you know best, hoping the timing would work. But Bucky described them taking it away on the back end. That allowed the front end to get to work going against Jeremy Musa.
Yeah, you saw him look to the left wide receiver. That's where Marcus Riley out of Florida A&M was lined up. He had to pull it back. And now we're going to see as we're seeing Quentin Williams from Howard University hand the ball off again to Darren Butts out of Hampton. And boy, he was tracked down.
It's okay, just don't run out of bounds.
Very quickly, he's at that man again, Sarian Hayes.
And you got to remember, they have 3 timeouts.
Yep.
Out of Alabama A&M. I mean, Sarian, look at him. He's pointing to tell me. He's letting you all know where he's from. Alabama A&M.
He's had a heck of a day.
He has been a monster. He might be the most dominant player.
He's been outstanding today.
That we've seen. All right, you got a clock stoppage. Looks like a loss of about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 13. Again, you look at the timeouts right here. Larry Scott, the head coach of Howard University, the co-head coach of Team Gaither, along with Alvin Parker of Virginia Union University. They sit here and run a play. We're assuming they're going to run a play again to try to burn some clock.
So down to 2 timeouts.
Yeah, 2 timeouts.
1 timeout left for Team Robinson. 1 left for Team Robinson. So they'll be able to stop the clock quickly here. And then you've got plays, the 3rd down, you can run the whole thing out.
Oh, he popped.
A big run up the middle, Latrell Collier.
And you can go ahead.
Out of North Carolina Central. Oh, man. Just to gash him up the gut. Buck, let's walk us through this.
It's amazing. Even though your quarterback isn't a runner, they caught him. Little inside zone. It was a natural give. Just hit it inside.
But look at the offensive line.
Oh, my gosh.
Going to attack. They held him up at the point of attack and created the space.
Sherry, what do you got for us?
Well, guys, the reason Collier wears the number 5, he told me his best friend in high school passed away in 2019 from a brain aneurysm. He said he dedicates everything he does to this friend off the field, on the field, in school. He just...
Oh, did it turn off? Hold on.
But that is a great story from Sherry's. Collier just made the play to
my bad, y'all. I don't know why he did that
on that run, but Charles, like you said, the left guard on that play.
I don't know why he did that, y'all. My bad.
He's got him just right there at the point of attack. More than held his own, and then got body position, and Collier was passed quickly.
All right, Quentin Williams lining up in the formation for an offensive.
Before it goes off, man, I just want to say I appreciate y'all for coming by. Definitely appreciate y'all for coming by. Make sure y'all drop a little something in the cash app. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys share the video. Listen,
teammates here, also the head coach.
We'll have some videos dropping this week. I have my top 10 players headed into the NFL draft, or
on the game as
hopefully guys get picked up in the NFL.
Of some of the best
I have my
top
10
black colleges and universities.
List of that.
Well, I'll say this: I don't think the game play really will change my initial opinion that this was the most talent that we've seen at this game. A lot of very talented prospects coming down.
Class dropping this week
throughout the course of the week. First at the combine,
listen,
then
I
the practices.
Definitely appreciate you guys for dropping by now. I'm about to end the stream. But listen, if you
injury,
guys could, if you want to, drop some in the cash app. I don't mind it. But if not, listen, I definitely appreciate y'all for stopping by.
Yeah, and you speak of levels. I think we
saw